We're gonna definitely talk about that some more. Also,
Ah, yes.
Frag is now an orange Namekian. I've, he's just very
Wait, what?
old.
Oh,
He's he's an
Oh,
old
is that what?
wrinkly orange Namekian.
Well, I was perfectly content to be the
I'm
elder sage.
I'm kidding. You
No!
you do seem like you would be from
No!
you you definitely seem like you would be from that tribe of Namek, just chilling. The guru.
Just chilling on a sofa all day, easy giant. I am a
But
big recliner
but who would be Nail
now.
though? Who would be Nail though? Not it.
It's not
I'm not.
Blaze.
Yeah, no.
I guess Clank is nominated by
Process of
absentee
elimination.
process of elimination and
Hey
absentee
yo,
ballot. I guess
poor Clank. Yo,
just standing there stifling
on
under
the
the weight,
on the plus
the
side,
weight of responsibility.
on the plus side, Clank would be a Dragon Clan member, so he could fight. I guess. Good for Clank. He gonna hate when I say this. Let me get. Oh, Frag, I got the other clip from the one that takes forever. It'll be funny.
Oh, good, 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 good. Oh, that reminds me. I need to actually find the series that I'm going to talk about this week. Shoot.
Ah, yes.
Oh, oh yes, where I have to do things. Can we talk about like MF Doom and how rad that guy is as an
Yes,
artist?
yes,
Yeah,
yes. We can.
he's pretty
Um,
great.
We can talk about MF Doom. Yes.
He's pretty
who?
great.
What?
Uh
I I do not recognize that name. I'm
He's
sorry.
a rapper.
I
oh,
am sorry for my
he's a
failures.
rapper.
He's a
He's a
rapper.
rapper.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
good.
All right. Let me.
What I find really interesting is his samples. His samples are downright obscure. They're fascinating.
I, I'm just like in genuine shock. Frag knows MF Doom.
What? You were in genuine shock when I knew other rapper I care about,
See,
who I can't actually name
oh,
right now, which is really upsetting because my brain is just like,
see.
let's get right up to the important piece of information and then whoop, ignore it. You know, the important salient label holding piece, we're just gonna take that from our brain and go wiki 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 wiki
Yeah.
wiki.
See.
it, or,
Freaking hate my
That's why I'm
brain,
in
dude.
genuine
or
shock.
it's it, it's the train
Hate.
of fun. You just run over the idea. Just
Well, yeah,
right
there's a guy
past
on the
it.
tracks. There's a guy with the track thing, and they're like, "Hey, optimum good, optimum not good." Well, guess what? We're gonna run over both of them because we're doing multi-track drifting.
Yeah.
Living in the '90s.
Running through the '90s, baby. So, yo, welcome.
Running through whatever. I don't know what the lyrics are.
You know what
I
it
don't
is.
listen to Eurobeat much today.
Uh, okay. So, welcome to the
Oh,
Writers of the Grid podcast. Presents
yay!
welcome to Henshin Academy. Get your seats because we're going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky.
Little Centos?
Yes, little Einstein.
No, Centos.
Yes, Kirio
Like
Center.
Bill.
Kirio
Yes.
Center. Yeah. So we got news today. Got a lot of news that piled up this week.
Well, there's the big PR stuff.
We got
Um,
PR stuff. I will
I'll let
discuss
you
that.
handle that.
I will discuss that in full. Well, not in full. I got a rant on that. And it's not really a rant. I've just been doing some thinking. That's on that.
All right.
It's like
You
this.
want to do that now, or do you want to cover the other stuff
There's
first?
gonna be a
Leave
little
that
bit
in
of
there.
different perspectives, here going on. So I'll let that. We'll let that rock. Uh,
Yes.
we'll save that. We do have
Okay.
an Invincible season 2 trailer, and it was the most mundane, boring trailer ever, and I like it.
I didn't see it. So, dang it, I didn't watch Invincible season 1. So,
What did Invincible season one get up to? How far after, incidentally, his father is an alien
I,
colonizing overlord and member of the Saiyan race?
that after he
So
got
that's
after his dad
okay.
left. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, I got it.
Depends on how much they want to cover, but they could cover a lot.
Yeah, they can.
Because there's a lot of fairly mundane stuff that happens after that, but also a lot of not exactly mundane stuff. Is that right around the time that the whole Franken robots thing starts happening, and that particular plot line starts ticking? Well, that's when he starts talking with old guy with scarred face who runs the world. Cecil, yes. I've read
Cecil
it.
Harvey?
Can you tell? I don't
Yeah.
remember what his last name
I don't.
is.
I honestly don't remember it a lot.
The only Cecil I know is Cecil Harvey from FF4. So,
Sure,
Yeah.
could be him. Is he an old guy with a scarred face? Does he run the world?
Yes.
well, at the end of FF4, he is like the most powerful king in the land. So, maybe.
Maybe. We also got a new trailer for Final Fantasy. I'll let Dunn take over that one.
Which Final Fantasy? 16?
16? No, I think it was Stranger. Was it Stranger in Paradise?
Oh,
Different Future. Yes.
Yes.
Different
Yep.
Future is coming out next week, actually, the 27th.
My God, I have got to get caught up. I'm still.
I
like,
saw
I
the
only
Emperor,
just
so I
got
wanted to do
Commodore.
a transit.
I did. I love the fact that Jack's beating up the Emperor. The Emperor is just like, yes, this place has power that deserves to be ruled by me. And Jack is just like, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit because this is what beats chaos.
Emperor is
Also
100% one of my favorite villains of like all of Final Fantasy. So
Yeah,
he's one of
yeah.
my favorite main villains.
Kefka? Even more than Kefka?
Fuck Kefka.
I hate to hate Kefka.
Fuck
Kefka
Kefka.
is a magnificent,
And that's
magnificent
why
evil son of a bitch.
And that's why it's
I
Team
know,
Fuck
I
Kefka.
He's the
know.
best villain ever.
And that's why it's Team Fuck Kefka. If you can hate the villain, you did a good damn job.
I think he's a fantastic villain, but I just like the Emperor's attitude, you know?
That's fair. That's fair.
Emperor, like Kefka is a crazy maniac, just like
Everything the
Crazy,
Joker wish he
like-
would be. I'm sorry.
yeah, basically a Joker. And I
Everything.
love like lines like "son of a submariner" and all that stuff. But
We'll
Kefka,
see what they may be.
Kefka, I guess at the end of the day, he first for destruction, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Emperor just has this like, just has this attitude about him. It's just like, you puny worms are beneath me. I will rule this world. And
Yeah, Frieza.
oh, yeah, he's more like Frieza.
Bro just be
I don't know. And also, let's get this straight with the Emperor. The Emperor is so evil. He died. He went to hell. He took over hell and then came back to the world of the living to conquer it. And if that's not bad enough, when he died, he split his soul into a bad half and a good half. The good half went to heaven and still tried to conquer heaven. That is how evil this man is.
yeah.
He's pretty metal.
To be fair, Frieza would do the same thing if he wasn't strapped to a cocoon, listening to fairies sing around him while he's stuck in a tree for eons and eons and eons. Anyway, he's alive now, and he's just
In the Final Fantasy 1-ish universe.
yeah. No,
That's a
because
load-bearing-ish.
no, because I don't know why I'm
Hilarious.
segueing to Frieza like this, but bro came back and he's like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I was doing, selling and like taking over and selling planets, so I can make money.
It's prime real estate.
It really is prime real estate for this man. Like, what are we doing here? No, and no, because
Well,
because before Frieza became black, he was gold, and colors were just the Emperor. But he's like, so he was a gold card.
Oh,
Now,
that is true.
yeah, he was a gold. No, because they came up with his forms based on a high level credit card. So he went from a gold card to a black card.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
he-
no, really?
yes,
Wait, Frieza has a black form now?
Black Frieza, because he's the highest level of a black card. He's a black card
How
now.
did I miss this? This is fantastic information.
It takes place.
This is better. This is honestly better than Build being a bunch of Pepsis.
Oh, yeah, cause like once Frieza decided to stop limiting himself in train, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just." I can't believe I segued from the Emperor to Frieza. I can't. No, he's
No, I think it's
Decent
fair.
segue.
because like
Yeah.
he was talking like they interviewed Toyotaru, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I was thinking of like a high level credit card, so a black card." So yeah, I hope I'm remembering that right. Somebody will correct me in the comment section somewhere.
You see, I didn't believe you right up until you said that. Then I knew not to believe you because I don't think he's aware that he forgets things anymore.
No, it's Toyotaro, not Toriyama. Toriyama has a helper.
Oh, never mind. I have no idea who that guy is.
He
Who's that
he
guy?
he's the new artist. Like Toriyama does like bullet points, and he fills stuff in for the manga while Toei does the anime. And like when
Ah,
so like he's basically the protege of Toriyama who's taking over or will take over eventually.
I see.
Yeah. Toriyama still
Well,
has his hands
anyway,
in stuff. It's so yeah, Black Frieza is
that's
a black credit card. It's hilarious.
nice.
great. I like that a lot.
Quickly back to Stranger Paradise. Emperor stands no chance though, because they gave Jack a gun.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. Like, Jack did not need help up until now, because he could just wear a pair of gloves and beat the absolute 30 kinds of different bejesus out of you while
30
shouting
kinds.
and listening
Yes.
to Frank Sinatra. And
Oh,
he just doesn't need help. And giving him a gun is making the problem worse. Like,
yeah.
how are, like, you're now, this is what's known as moving the goalposts as far as the Warriors of Light are concerned. Because it's like, oh, okay, we just have to deal with Garland, a man who is so spiteful that his soul will go back in time, create 4 elemental evils to bring himself back and forward through time, and also take over the universe just to get revenge on 4 dudes that stopped him from getting princess action.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And
because
and now
why is it
it's
so
let's
hard?
give that spiteful individual who's also been through X number of time loops, X plus one number of time loops, and give him a gun. Is this wise? Is this really the course of action we should be taking? No, but it is certainly what we're doing now, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Give me gunblade action. I'm not big on gunblades, but absolutely give me more of them.
Not
Yes.
even gunblades, just straight guns, just
Can
like
I,
I thought he was
rifles.
getting a gunblade too.
can I have Squall's
He might be
gunblade
getting
though?
one
Cause
of them
I
might be a gunblade. I don't
Well,
know.
anyway, we're giving him guns, and that's a huge mistake for all involved, but definitely a pleasure for the rest of us.
yeah, gunblades, Buster Swords. Give me all of those. Just give
He
me.
already had the Buster Swords.
Yeah, but I
It's
want it
true. He had a big honking stick.
now. Now
I
I want the famous Buster Sword and Squall's gunblade, and I'm gonna hang them on my wall.
just don't give him to Garland because Garland's gonna wreck shit.
He's like, he will
If
find chaos
if
even if there's no chaos to be found. He spends most of that game being told repeatedly chaos is more of a metaphor than anything else, and he's like, nope, I'm not having it. There's chaos. And he is ultimately proven right by becoming the chaos he wants to see in the world and then beating it.
hey man,
Or
Exactly.
something, whatever the hell happened in the end. Something like
something
that.
happened at the end.
Become the chaos you want to beat the shit out of. I don't know. Like, there's not really a big moral message to be had in that game, and that's kind of why I
Yeah,
love it so
it's
much. It was like the breakout surprise game for me that was like, wow, this game is not only pretty good, it's really quite excellent. It does what it does very well.
Yeah, yeah,
chaos is the friends we made along the way.
Yes, as it happens. Spoilers!
yeah.
So true.
So true. No,
Also,
it's good.
Yeah,
I'm,
no.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
I am also very hyped for the final DLC. Let's go.
in other
Is
Square
there-
Enix news, Marvel's Avengers is shutting down.
Ah, yes, I heard about that.
I expected it to happen. Honestly,
Uh-huh.
they weren't dropping like they were supposed to. They had a terrible launch.
Now, are they shutting down, like turning off the servers, or are they just stopping development?
Not yet. Stopping development.
Okay, that's quote kiss of death territory. But sometimes a game can get
Yeah.
a player base afterwards. Look at Okay, this is literally the only example I can think of that isn't from like 30 years ago. But Evolve right now has an actual viable player. I mean, viable as in there's like 50 people who play.
Uh,
Uh, which by modern standards probably isn't that many, but it's what we've had in older games, and it's enough.
uh,
But
Yeah.
because the server infrastructure still exists, because I think it's peer to peer. Ta-da! You know, people can still play the game. So I
Hey,
don't know what Marvel Avengers has going for it. I do remember hearing like a month or two out the way Echo and a couple other people were talking about it and being like, I was interested, sort of, and now I'm just gonna wait.
yeah,
Yeah.
And kept on
like
waiting.
I came back for Black Panther and Spider Man, and then like because the Hawkeye stuff I didn't care for, it was just copy characters. Uh, there were little bit of differences, but it was just Hawkeye and Hawkeye, you know. And Black Panther came out. I'm like, yeah, new story beat, Way of Wakanda, let's go. And then freaking Spider Man dropped. It wasn't like a full Spider Man DLC. It was just a bunch of side missions and him doing stuff.
Especially since like it's PlayStation exclusive. As far as I remember,
Yeah, it's kind of.
I
And
think it's
then
still PlayStation exclusive.
yeah, it still is. And then there was Winter Soldier that finally came out, and it's like
There's a Mighty Four, and then there
the
was Winter
yeah,
Soldier.
like the Mighty Thor. I'm like, okay, that could be interesting. We can do something with that. It's just a shame that the game it being a live service game was like their first mistake, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's that was what I was gonna say. Is it's like this could have worked out pretty okay if you hadn't been like, this is gonna be a live service game and that has
yeah. If
expectations like
I
constant updates. And it's like you can't do that. It didn't. It's like
100%, if they had put their time and effort into making like a good like single player solo campaign, just make that the whole game, and then we can add like some multiplayer stuff later.
yeah,
That I think would
No,
have worked great.
yeah, because Guardians of the
I
Galaxy was fine.
I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm not a fan of the Guardians, but the game itself was fine, you know? And it's like, they could
Yeah.
have focused on a multiplayer game, like the way they were doing it. Solid story and whatnot, play online and everything. And then, like, once they did that, it's like, yeah, what y'all want to do afterwards? Here's a bunch of extra side missions multiplayer wise. Here you go. Borderlands it up. Have fun. But,
Yeah, but making that like the main focus of the game was not the wisest of decisions there.
100%.
Sorry, guys.
it sort of felt like the vibes I was getting was, oh, this is Anthem 2.0, and
I'd rather play.
there was a bunch of stuff to like about Anthem. Don't get me wrong. It had serious problems, but there was stuff to like triangles. Triangles are in extremely strong shape, and Anthem had lots of triangles, so it was,
I
I,
by extension, very strong.
I
Um,
wouldn't say it failed. It was as bad as Anthem was. What happened
well,
with
and
that?
it was
But
like it just seemed like the exact same pitfalls. It's like, oh, here's a live service game and
well, there
none
was
of the
worse
supporting
going on with Anthem,
infrastructure.
but that's a discussion
Well,
for another time.
I mean, I don't know if there wasn't that stuff going on with Marvel's The Avengers in terms of
I
somebody
mean,
being like, here's what you're going to come out with for a game.
They
And
had a
it's like, well,
roadmap,
okay.
and the roadmap, I think, went up to Winter Soldier, and then that was it. I honestly wanted to see the game improve over time, but it is what it is.
yeah, I think they just there was a bunch of missteps. Like I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I get there is some heart and soul behind Avengers. I'll give it that, but it's just I feel like a lot of the effort was misplaced in making it a live service when they
Yeah,
could have been focusing on other avenues.
100%. Hey, at least it didn't end up mid like Gotham. Nah, it was mid, like average mid. But just like
I,
Gotham Knights, weirdly.
another one that I was like, I'm going to wait because I
Well,
played Anthem.
no, and it's funny because
It's
Gotham
just
Knights
like
isn't a
that
live service game
experience
either.
seemed
It's
to, yeah. Well, the last Gotham game also didn't throw me all that much.
all right.
So
Well, yeah, but it
there
wasn't
was
made.
that
Not
too.
this. It's not in the same
I
universe or made by the same people. I get what you're saying though. I'm just throwing that
Yeah,
out
I just uh, I gave it a wide berth. Part of that seems to be justified, and part of it's like, there's maybe a fun game in there, but
like
not
Gotham Knights
enough.
did
Yeah,
not throw me. Yeah. And people kept comparing it to Avengers. I'm like, yeah, but mm, nothing else to do after you do the thing. Uh, so Gotham Knights was And anyway, there's like a leaked image from the Suicide Squad game, and it looks like there's gonna be a battle pass.
No good. Games I'll be skipping. Very easy. No. You've got to be extremely thankful when they do that. It makes your purchasing decisions so much easier.
Cause like
Like it's like Diablo 4. I'm like, sure, I could be upset that Diablo 4 is going to be monetized all to hell and it's going to have, battle
Yeah.
passes and shit. Or I can be like, that's how much are they charging? I don't know, probably
no,
like
but
60 $70.
here's the
That's
worst
money I'm not
part.
spending. Easy.
I don't know if they'll take it away. I don't know what's going on with Suicide Squad, but the way it was advertised was like it was a full on story game, and like plot details came out. Like I don't know whoever got their hand on it and just said I'm gonna leak everything. Go home. But also I wasn't gonna get it anyway, even if it
Yes,
does
that's the
feature,
thing.
even if it
I
does feature
don't know.
Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman.
I
Unfortunately,
don't. I do not have a dog in that fight at all. None.
also,
Like I was never going to get it. So me yammering on the relative merits, it's
Yeah.
like I don't care. I'm not the guy.
yeah, like there was also an interview from Mark Hamill who's like, they asked him if he was gonna come back as the Joker ever, and he's like, not without Kevin Conroy. It doesn't feel right. He's
So,
the Batman to his
yeah.
Joker, and it's like unfortunately we've lost Kevin Conroy last year. So like I
Yep.
understand, Mark. I understand. You still one of the best voice actors and actors of our time. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
poor
What
Mark.
else?
Oh, Pretty Cure was announced. I didn't talk about that.
Ah, yes, the new Pretty Cure.
It's Ghost Agent. I'm calling it Ghost Agent because like they're sky
Oh,
themed.
Angel.
Ain't sky
Okay.
themed. Like there's a sky. Peachy would know more about it, but I haven't talked to Peachy in a minute. Life stuff. But like I'm excited. I just want an actual superhero crossover with Toei's superhero genre. And yes, magical girls are superheroes.
Echo
God
will
damn
die
it.
on that hill. That is a
Cause
hill
it's
Echo will die
cause
on.
it's true.
They're super and they are heroines. Yes, it is.
It's
It is an
true.
accurate assessment.
They're not the
Oh.
Western standard of superheroes, but you know.
I don't know. Some of them have capes, don't they?
Oh
Well, like
yeah.
shouldery shawl things. They're like capes.
Either
There's
and
Yeah.
apparently
mantlets. Whatever.
apparently the leader of this one, according to what Peachy told me, again Peachy has more info on it. From what it seems to be, it's not a pink. That's the leader, or pink slash white. That's not the
It's a
leader.
blue,
Yeah,
I
it's a
think, right?
blue. Yeah, it's a blue. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Let's do something different. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Look
Hey,
at
if
you,
it means that we're
Sentai.
going, if it means we're gonna get a Sentai team in the future where the red isn't the leader, I'm all for it.
I mean, there were some.
I know, right? It's a good
Like,
joke.
I mean,
like
no,
even if the red isn't the leader, the red is still like the
like the main,
mascot.
yeah,
Yeah,
the main
which is
character. There
what's
you go.
happened every single time. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Well,
Also,
except for Zenkaiser. There we go.
yeah.
I don't
But
know, dude.
I mean, he was basically the red.
Juren is honestly the heart and soul of that series. So it's
But I
Of
like.
course, you would go. You are your favorite.
I mean,
character
that's
is
Frank's
Red.
spirit animal. That's
listen. Just because they modeled him off me,
yeah.
Did you get to the Did you get to the Kotatsu world? The one where they all
I
turn
have
into
not.
cats for a second. Okay,
All
that's a Jiren episode.
all I'm
That's a
gonna,
Jiren
good.
episode. I think you're going
I'm
to
look-
enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll just, I,
No,
all
I'm
I
only
gotta
at like
say.
episode 30. Yeah, 30.
I
think.
mean, that's your spirit
it's
animal,
one of the
dude.
later ones because it's also one where Momotaro crosses over.
Momotaro.
It's that same one. But,
Yo,
but that's the Jiren focused episode that I think you'll
speaking
enjoy.
of, if that's how Sentai does their like lead-ins now, we're gonna get the handshake and the obligatory cameo for no reason. We're just not even gonna
We
say.
did get an obligatory cameo for no reason. We'll talk about that next week once we have subs out.
Yeah, I'm just saying if this is what Sentai does going forward, besides the handoff, I'm for it because obligatory cameos are freaking funny, especially when they just make no sense.
Just show up out of nowhere. It's
Like,
fine.
yeah, we're just
unless it's Revice.
Huh? You talking?
Right.
Are you talking about the?
Saber into Revice.
Oh,
Saber that
oh,
Yeah.
crossover.
oh, yeah.
In
No, we
the
don't.
movie.
I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about that one. No.
That one wasn't so good. Otherwise, though, yes.
Yeah,
But I
because
did like the Revice to Geats handoff.
oh,
That
that
was
was fine.
That
That
was
was
no,
fine.
exactly. Revice
This,
felt very much like the exception there, where it
yeah,
was just like, oh. And I don't know if it's that they got negative feedback from that, and we're like, we're gonna tone that stuff way down,
yeah, because like
or
that
if they were
gave.
like, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't
like
know.
they did crossover episodes in the past, and those were like they did Ghost to Drive,
Yeah,
and then they
those were a
did
lot of them were like to finish off
Girls
a
Check
story
Shade as
arc.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
They were fairly important, even if it was in like even if it was in a movie like what O's I think got one of those in
yeah. O showed
the
up in the
Onward
double
Singer.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then Wizard shows up in the Forza movie,
right.
and
The
Gaim
moral of
shows
the
up in
story.
the Wizard's
Moral of the
Revice is
story.
an
two-parter.
outlier, but just don't be
Yes.
like Revice.
Yeah, well, Saber in the Revice, because that gave a terrible impression of Vice. I was
Oh.
like, hey, yo,
I'm
no,
not going to be able to take that, but
I'm
then
like,
Revice wound up being pretty okay
yeah,
most
Revice,
of the time.
yeah, Vice was tolerable. I actually liked
Yeah,
Vice.
Vice was one of the best parts of that show.
I was like,
Ultimately.
okay, yeah, I hate his
It
voice
took a
actor,
while,
but you know,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
No, it's all
we
good.
can't
It's all...
we can't all be Norio Wakamoto, okay?
This is true.
He's gonna have
Uh.
that deep, menacing
One,
voice. Oh
hey,
yes.
hey, on the
Oh, Norio.
on the plus side, we'll step into a new frontier.
It's a new frontier. Do. When are the Macross Blu-rays coming out localized?
When you finish listening to the Frontiers OST. Yeah, I forced it in here today. I forced it
I'm
today.
going to go with. I have it right here. Give me one sec. How long is that? It's like 165 tracks.
Yeah, no, because I remember Jukebox. I forced it one today. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers OST. Let's go. Play that shit.
Wait, do you want that to be the recommendation of the day?
Oh no, I was just forcing it in there because yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, because
see.
of what I said last.
Yeah,
week.
because
I see. I see.
yeah. All right.
Well, no, that wasn't the. It wasn't just mentioning Frontiers. It was mentioning the fact about what the development of Frontiers. That was the thing.
Well,
That you
it
always
does.
bring
Well,
up.
it doesn't matter because I'm talking about Frontiers. All right.
Okay.
It was fine. Granted, Sega did, give them.
There we go.
They had to fight for that last year. See,
153
no, you helped that
tracks.
one. You helped that one, Jukebox.
I know. I gave you a good old slow
You,
ball there.
you shouldn't have said it.
Oh, those aren't tracks.
Woo!
150 tracks, and it is in length. Click,
I forgot the Ant-Man
click.
and Wasp Quantumania trailer came out a while ago.
Oh, wait,
That did.
It did. Jonathan Majors is a handsome man.
6 hours, 36 minutes, and 57 seconds.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that soundtrack.
That's how long the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack
I know,
is.
but don't listen to it right now.
Too late.
It's good though.
It's pretty good.
Slaps.
All right. What else? Do we
Not a
got?
fan of every track, but I am a fan of most of the tracks.
Yeah.
What?
It's pretty
Okay.
good.
So we got
It's pretty good.
a little bitty news. What was going on with the Black Kamen Rider Black DVD from Discotheque?
It's coming.
It's coming out
Okay.
Next
in
month.
February.
End of
Yes.
the month, I think. I get it confused with Ryuki.
Yeah, Ryuki.
I think it's the end of the month.
Ryuki and Decker Rangers coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Ryuki's beginning like first week of February, and then Black is like the very end of the month. It looks, vaguely smells like Discotheque are hinting that they might be doing Black RX
So
based on their obnoxiously cryptic tweets.
So Toei, we gotta talk because like you making it weird for Kamen Rider right now. Like what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, we're getting something at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because Ryuki is the last of the I don't know, like Heisei or Reiwa ones that have already been released on DVD. The only one that hasn't been released on DVD or Blu-ray yet is the OG one. And I think it's the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the end of the month.
Yeah,
I think it's the end of the month.
yeah.
At least that we've gotten subbed over here. So
That's,
hopefully that means we get something new.
that's fair.
We'll see.
We shall see.
It's our time to get stronger. Watch them go completely out of left field and be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do Super One."
No, that would be wild. But like, I'm still waiting for Drive.
Like work in backwards chronological order. That'd be just
I will
bizarre.
bring up
But I'd be okay
Shinosuke
with it.
every week.
You should.
That is my boy. Drive needs more. Give him more love, cause like because the Revice stuff that they dropped is like, hey, yeah, we're gonna give you the rest of the Revice line here, toys, belts, and merch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why did y'all wait so late? What are we doing here, Toei?
I don't know.
At least they're not selling this raggedy clothes from the show. Cause I still remember they tried to sell Banjo's white T-shirt that was covered in dirt. I was like, what?
Really?
It was a Bandai Premium, and I was like, what are we doing here?
Listen, they heard about the bathwater and they were like, "Yo, untapped market."
No, because I'll never forget they were selling laser shirts after he died on Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Like, what are we doing?
I remember that one.
Toei's a mess, and unfortunately, we can't not can't not deal with
We
Toei.
have to deal with them.
Unfortunately,
All right.
they give us all the good stuff. What else we got?
Let's see. We got some swag.
Ooh,
Let's see.
swag it up.
S8 Figure Arts Tycoon is gonna be coming out.
Woo!
It's got good old ninja stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got a whole bunch of King Oger toy stuff that came out.
Oh yeah, the
Specifically,
figures.
the big thing is we got the figures and we got the Henshin device, the sword.
Which is basically a Ryuso Seiken.
It is 100% a Seiken, and no one can tell me otherwise.
No, it is. It is. Like, I looked at the blade, I'm like, yeah, this is Saber. This is, I don't know why I said Ryuso. That's definitely Saber. I'm like, yo, what? Okay, so Saber gets the crossover with these guys, and it's going to be night on night action.
The thing about the sword though is, okay, so it has all the boppet attachments. But to Henshin, you have to do all of the boppet attachments.
I need to know how
you can't just do the one. Doing whichever, you start with the one you want to actually Henshin into. So if you want to be red, you start with the red. But then it does like, it starts to standby music and you gotta do, and it flashes blue, so you gotta do blue. Then it flashes yellow, so you gotta do yellow. Then it's purple, white for black, and then red again. And then you can finally end it.
They better have an episode where a villain is just like shoots them.
No, because
please, they'll never do that. They like reverse did that for Zenkaiger, and I loved it. Where they're just like, "Oh, hey, here's a gun," and they're like, "Pop!" They shoot a dude, and it's like, "Oh," you're like, "Oh no, you can't do that."
That is the greatest running joke in the first episode of Zenkaiger.
That is so good. Every time they got one, they're like, "Oh, Betty's," I'm just like, "Oh shit."
I
need. Like, oh man, that's breaking the rules.
I need.
Like, what? You gave me a gun.
I need that Gatling.
Which is basically what Jack is going to be like in when he gets guns. He's going to be like, "You gave me a gun. What am I supposed to do? Not fight chaos."
I need. Did they ever drop a release date for the Gatlinger and the Kirame Changer?
Oh, the memorial ones, you mean?
Yeah.
I think those are already out.
Motherfucker, I've been waiting.
I'm fairly certain those are already out.
No, I've been waiting because like, let me get my Gatlinger because I want that.
Then I know for sure the Kira Major memorial is out.
Okay, so I gotta get the Gatlinger for sure, and then I gotta buy the white gun, which becomes the ship because I want it. Prince has it, and I can't fight him without it unless I pull out the Grand Geo belt. And he
oh man, that's expensive. Okay.
It is.
Well.
Yeah, but it's cool though because I like it. Also need to get the Dawn Brothers changer. I feel like they're gonna do a memorial, so I haven't picked it up yet. And the only reason I say that is because Kira Major and Zenkaiger was announced like
Those were
after.
announced at the same time.
Yeah, and it was
After like Zenkaiser.
Yeah, so like I want to wait and see if we'll get a memorial uh changer for Don Bros because I do want the Hurricane changer. I do want that one for sure. That
They might do a memorial for Zenkaiser. I'm not sure. Let me see.
I need more closet space because it's like, hey yo,
Okay, the memorial Gear Talinger might not be out yet. I know for sure that the memorial Cheermate changer is though. That one I know. I saw.
okay, no, because they gotta drop it, and just you don't even gotta throw in all the like Sentai gears. Just give the main five. Did they announce Stacy's too? By the way.
Memorial edition of
Yeah.
Stacy's or
Yeah, the memorial edition of Stacy's Gatlinger. Geertlinger.
I don't know if they. Mm, oh yeah, they did announce a memorial edition.
Nice.
The Gear to Zinger is what Stacy's is called.
Nice. Good for Stacy.
That one I don't think is out
That's just because the villains don't know how to pronounce words. It's okay. Got lost.
yet.
They're all, it has become abundantly clear by episode 30 that Ijirude is their tech brains guy is just a relentless hack, and I think that's the point. Like they're making fun of. There's like a meta joke there that I'm not quite sure I get, but it's very clear what they're doing. I'm just like, yes, he is. He is a talentless copying hack. Is this a stab at Power Rangers? I'm not sure.
A little bit.
I don't know. I like the villain designs. I think I kind of wish I'd watched Zenkaiger as it was airing. Almost. You won't hear me saying that too often, except I've already done it for Decker. I kind of wish I was watching it as it was airing, but
No,
I'm still
to
happy
be
to
fair,
make this mention.
Decker was like it's
Early, like first 3 episodes
did
are
not hook me.
no burn, and then it starts picking up almost immediately. Gaia has a similar thing where it's like, oh, okay, we're sort of okay, we're just doing general stuff's happening, and occasionally an Ultra shows up. And then the stuff with a ghoul starts happening, and it's like, oh, okay, we are off and sprinting, and it's just a perfect ride from there on out.
Speaking
But
of
it still
Ultraman,
takes like 3 to 5 episodes.
Ultraman Decker has ended. That is true.
Yes.
They announced
last episode was a couple days ago.
They also showed the movie trailer too as well. So
Yay, movies.
We'll review it next week. We're gonna let it marinate for this week, so have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to like tune in our review, watch Decker first. I'm giving you an extra week. That's usually how we do it. We do it the week after show ends, so you got some time. Let it marinate.
Yeah.
Let it percolate and
Put it-
marinate,
put
and
it-
generally just
put it in
simmer
the-
there like a fine gumbo. Alternatively, a goulash,
Basically, don't give Frack the crock pot right now.
because I'll eat everything in it.
Yeah, he's
I'm
on.
hungry.
All right. Where were we? Oh, right, King Ozier.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
he goes.
The giant robot has a giant gun. Yay!
I like the Zords. The Zords are good. We saw those.
Yeah,
those a lot
giant
last
bug
time.
Not
mecha.
1,000% sold on its face, but I'll take it.
It might be
I
one of
find-
my favorite bug mecha that we've
Does anyone
had.
else find the asymmetrical paint powders odd on it? Like
Yes,
that's just a design choice they're going with.
I thought it was an artifact of the plastic, and it's like what the CGI looks like,
No,
and I'm kind of like, scratch, what?
Like they literally pointed out in like the toy showcase, like, ooh, look at these asymmetrical color patterns on this. I'm like, okay,
It's
I
future
guess
camo.
that's a choice. All right. What else do King Ozier's got? We got for toy releases, we got their shield. You can come with a bunch of stuff. You can combine with the sword, basically just by sticking on the end. And then I love their belts because their belts are also their phones. So the buckle is literally their phone, and it's great.
Flies.
Is this under spoiler?
I don't think it was ever posted.
Oh.
Here, I will.
'Cause I had not seen the shield.
There, I posted the Token Nation link. That's all.
Yeah.
And you also see
Is
Kuwagata
that
Oger's little bike.
a bike?
He's-
It is so cute.
Yeah, yeah. We have better
His little
bikes
air
than
bike.
Super Sentai has better bikes than Kamen Rider right now. What's going on? Although Geets, no,
Well,
Geets is fire.
Geets has a
Geets
decent
is
bike.
fire.
It's an okay bike.
Geets is fire.
It's not a
It's
10 out of
better
10.
than what we've been getting in the
Yes,
past.
by a lot.
Yeah,
yes.
because Revice didn't have a bike. It had a hover car in a hovercraft in a specific mode, and Iki was just riding a bicycle around for the first few episodes, like an actual bicycle. It's really fun.
Yeah, I say this is probably the Geets bike is probably the best bike we've gotten since
In Reiwa.
either it's in Reiwa for sure. Probably since like I guess Laser. That's the one I think of.
Honestly, I think
Because like the
Double.
build bike was okay, but it has like
Yeah, whatever the
massive
last actual dirt bike was, probably.
I honestly
What was
think Double had a
Builds?
dope bike. Builds was his cell phone. Builds was his phone. He put a
was his phone.
He
Yeah.
put a bottle
Like,
in there,
like
and
did it look like a dirt bike though? I can't remember.
Eh.
I honestly can't remember.
I mean,
the bike. How many times did it
most
blow up
of
once?
most of them look like dirt bikes, but like the body was kind of like phone looking.
Oh, okay.
01's is 01's a,
Zero
not
ones
01.
is Zero ones is a
Yeah,
dirt
01.
bike that looks like him.
It was unobtrusive. I mean, I don't remember it because it didn't show up in more than
Couple episodes.
2 episodes.
There's really no reason it didn't show up more, other than
Whatever reasons they have now.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm seeing.
It was
the
also
belt.
a
It is-
satellite.
It is a smartphone. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. This is fine. I like
And
it.
then and then there's also the shield, which is it's a big bulky shield that turns into a bunch of things. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Oh, is
Big
that
ol'-
the thing, the golden shiny thing with the red? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's the shield.
Big
Okay,
ol'
I wasn't
shield.
sure what I was looking at. If that was a tank or something or a hovercraft. I
No.
honestly could. No, that is definitely the shield. I see it now.
Big old
Yeah.
shield.
Shield has a
Oh.
bunch of stuff you can stick out of it.
Oh, that's weird. I never noticed the sword has like a faux wood pattern for the hilt.
I
That's
noticed that when they did the
wild.
the toy trailer thing. I was like,
I-
I actually think that's a neat touch. I like it.
I think I skipped past that part. I must have, because I thought I would have recognized that, because that's really cool. These
We will look.
figures are dead simple, so I'm trying to mash past those. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it looks pretty neat. It doesn't look comfortable to hold, though.
Yeah, probably not.
Those bolty screw things, those are going to cause calluses and blisters, man.
It also has like a trigger guard. It's not a full hand guard. It's like a trigger guard.
Yeah, it is a
sword.
trigger guard for I guess that's the sound making activation.
like if it was a full hand guard, that makes sense because there are actual swords that have hand guards. But
Well, you
that's
don't want to damage their finger that they use for the trigger on the sword.
Lord.
Yeah, pull the trigger.
I don't know. I like the ringy thing, I guess, unless you have to actually pull that to do the henshin sequence. I'm guessing you do, right?
Yeah, it's a bop it
Which
sword.
ringy thingy?
Yeah, the yellow one.
Oh yeah, that's yellows. That's
Right,
they all
right. But
correspond to a different King Oger.
okay, so it's I was really optimistic and hoping against hope that you would just like tap spots on the sword and it wouldn't be we're actually literally doing bop it, but we are doing
No, it's
literal
we're
bop it.
literally doing.
We're doing bop
No,
it.
Yeah.
That's the henshin
Oh, I
sequence.
see
The
it
henshin
now.
sequence
Yep.
is bop it. You
I just
you
got
pull-
to the yeah, I see it now. I'm yes, tone boy, whatever that means. Pop it on. Hatch it. There's no hatch there. Come and kick it. There's no kicking. It's a ring. And whatever qua god means, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, bop it. The sword.
They're puns.
I'm not getting.
Tanbo.
Oh,
Tanbo is the Japanese word for dragonfly.
Papillon. Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah,
Kuaga, as in kuagata.
I don't like it.
Hatchet, hachi.
Yeah. Gata Kiri. Yeah.
Come
Gata
and kick it, gotta
Kiba.
kiri.
Kamakiri.
Kamakiri, yeah, Kamakiri.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yay, puns!
Yeah, I'll take it. It's Japanese media. You have to get this. There have to be puns. In there
Yeah,
somewhere.
puns
It's
aplenty,
fine.
baby.
And the fun thing is, you see that you have to do all of those when you henshin into one ranger.
That's maddening.
Yeah.
Um,
So
dude,
Frank, have
I'm
fun.
telling you, being a late era Toku hero is just friggin' work. There's so much nonsense you have to memorize.
Well, to be fair,
Or
at
you
least
could,
these guys don't have to carry around the trinkets. They just it's all just attached to the sword. They don't have to like plug it all in.
That's true. There is a that's you
or
know what? That is an extremely good
or
point and an excellent plus.
you could just have a gun. Yeah. Bang bang. You gotta load
Bang
the
bang,
clip
shoot and
in.
go.
Gotta
Your
load the clip
fists
with
up.
a gear. Spin that joint and go bang. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know,
Zenkaiser
dude.
one.
The Geartlingers are kind of impractical to do rapid fire because you have to do this circular, wangular, Gatling gun style motion. And I'm like, you have no accuracy doing that. Your hand's going all over the place when you're trying to roll this plastic.
Would it be better?
On the upside though, the gun does scream at you while you're doing it.
It does scream very loudly.
Also,
It is a
it
screamy
is a
gun.
lot better than a car door. That's all I'm gonna say.
I kind of liked the car door.
No, I like the car door, but it's still better than a car door. Because you get a limited amount of ammo, limited amount of
And
shots, and
yeah,
you gotta
don't have to
open the door.
reload.
You gotta open
Oh
the
yeah,
door.
that's true. That was kind of. I thought it would have
Completely
looked.
pointless design.
Yeah, it would have been. Honestly, it would have been better if he just had a car door for a shield. I would have been like a large car door that he's holding a car door just to block stuff. I was kind of hoping for that.
Right, he's
when
a
people
car.
were
Give him the door shield. Like, yeah. No, he got a car gun. He got a
And
door
that's
gun.
like SWAT team stuff too, because like they have like the riot patrol, shields, and he'd do it like that. It makes perfect sense. Why did they do this? So many missed opportunities built.
So really, you're saying he shouldn't have had the sword?
Yes, I'm saying he shouldn't have had a sword.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because steering sword is just wild to me. But
Let's give a sword to a cop. That'll end well.
Yeah, before they give him the door gun. Anyway.
Yes.
Oh, Drive, I love you. Anyway.
Drive's fun.
All right. Do we have any other news?
I don't.
I'm not sure if we do.
I think that's it.
If you're a fan of Chocobo GP, which I am, you can get all the season 1 content now. All the season 1 content's back to being.
Does this mean Cloud and Squall?
Yes.
Yeah, I may come back now.
And they're forever. Now,
for free?
So.
For free? So on the free-to-play version?
Yes, basically free.
Oh, even in the free-to-play version?
You literally cannot give them money now. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically the same situation as Marvel's Avengers, is my understanding. Is they're not doing any further development, but they are keeping the lights on.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can get all these MCU skins for free now. Like, okay.
Woo!
All
Hope you didn't
skins.
spend $30.
Yeah, honestly, going back to Avengers, I've been kind of waiting for them to just sunset the game and just be done with active development before I go back into it. I'm not really a huge. I like having everything there. Like I like knowing what I'm getting into. So
yeah, especially because we're not getting any more story content. Unless like it's no big deal at this point. So yay. All right, is that all we got?
I think so.
Yeah. Hold on, Cat. Let me get to the door real quick.
Cat, snuggle at him.
Our DM has a cat, and we were stuck on a problem at D&D today, trying to solve the mystery, and the cat was just chilling in the corner. I was like, "Cat, do you have a solution?" Just stared at me and walked away. Like, hey, thanks for your input, Cat.
Thank you. All right.
Real helpful.
Our god has abandoned us. Our spirit animal has abandoned us, and we have a problem. Dunn was talking about how he got abandoned in a dungeon by a cat.
Oh,
yep.
That sounds right. All right. I think that's all.
Do you want to talk about any of the PR stuff? Or?
Oh, I am. I was just making sure we got through all the other news first.
I think we got everything else. So.
Okay. So I'm gonna kick this off. Just leave all this news to me. I got stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna start it off first. This one's short. If you still play Legacy Wars, I still do, but I'm not doing. I'm not getting this character. Turbo Tommy is in the shop, so have fun playing Red Turbo Tommy.
Is Turbo TJ in the shop?
Nope.
It's specifically Tommy.
Yep.
That seems.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Give me an E. E, give me an X. X, give me a P. What does that start? Exploitative.
That's just because Tommy
Pretty
look, in show canon, not Soul of the Dragon. I'm not counting that as canon because there's a little bit of inconsistencies there that don't match up with the inconsistent show storytelling. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Tommy has not used Red Turbo since Turbo. He gave that to TJ. It's all TJ's. Even Forever Red, TJ was Red Turbo. So not like I understand why they did it. Kind of, not really.
I don't.
I don't understand what it is. I was just trying to like the only thing I can think of is let's have all the Tommy forms that he's used throughout the franchise because he recently passed, but I don't think anyone was thinking of that, and it does not line up well. And I say that because we have Pink Turbo in the game, and that's Cassie, one of the replacement for Cat on the show. So that's weird to me, but y'all can have that.
Like it would be one thing if it was both,
right?
But it's not. It's specifically just the one,
yeah,
from what I understand. I don't
Tommy.
play Legacy Lores, but
and they don't even reference TJ in the info. They're just like, yeah, Tommy. This is Tommy's last Ranger form. He gave it up to a successor. That's it.
Wait, what?
That's it. No
it's
mention.
Not his last.
That's
what? It's not his last. I know it's not his last.
It's definitely not. But that's one of the last appearances we've seen of him, especially because that's the last one they put in the game specifically. But it's kind of weird because TJ. Anyway, that's Legacy Wars. Have fun, Legacy Wars. Have fun with that.
And specifically, like Dino Thunder Black. Like,
oh yeah, he was in the game a long time ago. So this is the last Tommy form that's in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, Legacy Wars. Have fun with that.
The way that you said the description was like,
it's weird, but it's like it was. I think they're referring to his last time as a Ranger before returning to Dino Thunder. In Dino Thunder, but still, you don't even drop TJ getting the power by name at all. You're just like, oh, he gave it up to a successor. Whoop de doo, go play Tommy. I'm like, wow, and he's not even that good. That's what. Like, what are we?
I love that's the issue thing you take issue with.
Oh like, no, I'm upset about I'm upset about the TJ joint.
I know.
I'm not even that upset about the TJ thing because I'll get into this point later. I did a lot of thinking on this, by the way, so we'll get to that. Now I know this is what everyone else has been waiting for. 30th anniversary news!
Oh.
Yay! So we got some of the original crew back. It's a mix and mash of both first and
whoever
second.
They can pay.
Pretty much. Whoever's not allowed to leave the country. Papa John, I'm talking to you anyway. So we've seen the 30th anniversary. It is now definitely dedicated to both Jason David Frank and Trini's actress. I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. Y'all gonna hurt me for this in the comments. I know it. I understand. But yeah, so it's definitely dedicated to them for sure. Now, the Rangers that we have specifically: Rocky, Kat, Zach. I believe Trini's daughter and Billy, right? So it's a mix of first and second Mighty Morphin teams.
Fu Trang?
Yes.
Just helping you with Trini?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. I knew it was there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so we have them 5, right? There is a scene because they showed the behind the scenes to announce this. There's a scene of someone in the Green Ranger outfit don't know what's going on with that. If that's a flashback or if that's like a stunt actor.
It's probably just Tommy, but
It's not
they
definitely not Jason David Frank because
yes,
he's
exactly.
yeah.
He's probably just going to be in the suit the whole time.
It may be a flashback too. We like those are things that are going around. We don't know specifically, but Bat in the Sun has stated that is not Jason David Frank. He he was done with Rangers. He wanted to focus on his passion project film, Legend of the White Dragon, which is basically Power Rangers. Honestly, but yeah, let's not. It's basically Power Rangers, but you know he wanted to focus on that more.
Yes.
That's cool. I understand. So they said it probably is a stunt actor, so we'll see where that goes. Maybe they're fighting a Robo Rita, so I don't understand what happened with that because in lore Rita became the Mystic Mother, and that was just like a nod to same actress in Magi Ranger, but yeah, I don't.
All
So
right.
Robot Rita is there, so yeah, that's we get to see the gang reunite, so that's cool. Johnny Young Bosch is coming back as Adam. We also get an Alpha in there, and Aisha's also back working alongside Adam in SPA. I'm gonna just call it Space Patrol Alpha because why not? We're getting to the year 2025 anyway. We're really close to it, and SPD takes place in 2025, so
So they
gotta
have to go through like 3 different versions of this Space Patrol. Is what we're saying.
yeah. They,
Like they
some
gotta go through 3 different versions in like 3 years.
something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen there. But oh god, that's 2 Spectres. Wait a minute. Take that back. But yeah,
Spectre.
so yeah, I'm just like going through Cliff Notes, but like I'm it's definitely interesting to see what we got because this is the 30th anniversary special. They reunited the original cast, both first and second team, so that's nice to see as well here. I I don't remember if the Rita's actress comes back to voice Robo Rita. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that they were talking about. Also, it's the first time Steve Cardenas, who plays Rocky, and Walter Jones, who plays Zach, actually worked together within these 30 years. So like that's cool to see because they never technically worked together,
Huh. All right.
especially with the behind the scenes stuff going on. Saban, we got to talk. We got to fight for a lot of things, Saban, but that's definitely.
They're not in charge anymore. Calm down.
No, we still gotta fight for their decisions.
Time police.
Yeah, but so we definitely got that. That's honestly that looks dope. I'm excited for the 30th. I think it's once and always. I think that's the title of it. I'm super excited for it because I'm like, okay, we get to see Billy back. Yeah, that's exciting because like Billy deserved a lot better. He was the behind the scenes treatment Billy got, or David Yost got. I'm gonna say his actual name. Oh, it was not. It was ugly, but I'm happy that we get to see them come back. All good. Comes
Mhm.
out sometime later this year. I don't remember when they said. It was later this year. So Netflix, have fun with that. Yeah, once and always, baby. They showed
Woohoo.
off the Astro Mega Ship toy that they're doing, which
Oh, the
also
new Zap figure.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that actually looked cool. Because when they pulled it out the box, I'm sorry, but like next time we have people doing these unboxings to show off the figures, some of them don't have that energy. Like we love this franchise, so here's a cool figure from this franchise. We're excited to talk about it. Can we have a little bit of energy there, please? Just a tad, you know.
Well,
I gotta,
hopefully this is better than the Zap Megazord.
oh
So
yeah, because
I saw the reviews for that one.
oh god. I didn't. I don't know if I want that, but they actually showed it off. They showed it transforming from the ship to the Megazord. I might get it. It's actually really big, too, which is surprising. It's a lot. I think like twice the size of the Zap figure of the original Megazord. So that's gonna be neat. Oh, like we talked about last
That
week. I mentioned it because I saw a leak of it. Mesogog was announced for the Lightning Collection, but we got three others as well. It was Mesogog, uh, I believe Dino Thunder Tommy. I don't.
okay.
I think Ollie from Dino Fury, was it? I believe it was Ollie and Kendricks from Lost Galaxy. And Kendricks is a dope Pink Ranger. Gave her life in that show. Granted, that was a story reason. Behind the scenes, she was recovering from cancer. So,
Yes.
but cool as Kendricks is there. They also showed off the stupid Tengas, basically Tengu mooks. Who cares about them? To be fair, no one cares
Which
about this.
one? Which of those? Which?
The
Or
crows.
those ones from the movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
movie that they integrated in around mid season 2,
Yeah. Okay.
season 3. Those stupid birds. F those birds. Nobody liked them motherfuckers. And no, if you tell me your favorite mook was a Tenga, we gotta talk. Cause like they was worse than the putties. Anyway, I believe that's. Oh, we're getting some more Mighty Morphin figures for the 30th anniversary. They showed off what they would look like. The artwork's kind of cool for the box. I'm like, Also, Trini's daggers are a thing too. So I believe some people got those already. I don't know if I announced that they were doing that. So yeah, the Trini's daggers, so the saber tooth tiger daggers.
I
Those
believe they did red or
red,
for the Lightning Collection.
yeah,
They did red, green, blue, and yellow so far, I believe.
yeah. I knew they did the dragon dagger. I don't know why. That was the one that was slipping my mind. The dragon dagger. So yeah, we gotta
I
get
do
the.
like what they did with the Dragon Dagger, where you can actually like play custom songs,
Ooh.
where like every button is like an actual note, and not just like, oh, this one button plays the whole theme. No, 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 no. I like that. That's it. That's cool.
Yeah, we about to play some gangster music with that. Hold on, let me stop. Let me stop. Relax. We're gonna play
We
some
weren't
MF.
talking about MF Doom
We
earlier.
were talking about MF Doom. I'm surprised Frag still knows what MF Doom is. Who MF Doom is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Frag. So yeah, we got that. All we need now is the axe and the bow,
Bow.
and see if we can make the actual weapon.
Good luck with the bow. Good luck with that.
I'm saying that's gonna be tiny, but then again, the power sword was pretty decent size, and the actual power lance, when you put it together, is a decent
Are
size
they?
too.
They're not actually gonna sell like a stringable bow, right?
No, no, they're not gonna. They're gonna sell the shape of the bow, no string, and then go, yeah, press the button for lights and sounds. Cause oh gosh, I wouldn't even put it past you, Hasbro, at this point. But I think that's all for merch news when it comes to the Lightning Collection and the Zap figures. And once and always, I'm excited for that. Now the biggin that caused the big old rump. It caused a lot of, I'm gonna say, disagreements on Twitter that spiraled into people being dickheads. And I'm not gonna refer to them.
Everything causes disagreements on Twitter. That's not new.
This
So
is true,
you're
but
saying it
just
was
let me.
Wednesday on Twitter.
It was it kind. It just. I will get to that in a second.
All
So
right.
Simon Bennett dropped the Cosmic Fury suits. Eh. I'm sorry. This is my only complaint about the suits. Something seems missing. They have the Star Trekky space vibe going with them. They're doing a they're using it as a stepping stone for more original stuff, so we'll see where that goes. That's all I gotta say on that.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I
That's the
I trust Hasbro as much as I can throw them.
Them
As in, I don't.
being a matte
uh,
spandex thing
it's again
does not help it.
it don't
It
and
is unique and distinctive, yes,
yeah.
And maybe in action it'll look fine.
They showed
with props and all.
they showed them specifically in like they showed off their new suits. They're excited. We have for the first time a full-time female Red Ranger, which is dope.
Is she leader now?
Yes, she's leader. They straight up said she's leader. She's leading
Okay.
now.
And the old red is the new white. Right?
Champagne,
whatever color we're calling it.
It's a champagne color. We've made the champagne poppy jokes.
Okay.
We've made the champagne poppy jokes already.
I was going to call because I thought we were gonna go the beige ranger or khaki ranger.
His name, Zato's official name is
probably fine.
Because he made a joke. I was like, I prefer to call it champagne, which spawned the champagne poppy jokes. But
good.
That was a funny time. His official title is called the Zenith Ranger. So we'll see what look up the definition.
It's at the top.
Yeah, essentially.
He's not. We're sure he's not the leader.
Yes,
anymore.
they said he's the leader. So
All
more than likely he's taking
the leader or
not.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
So more than likely he's going to probably take that mentor Six Ranger role ish. How they do with that, we'll see. Again, I don't know the narrative behind that, so I'm just gonna wait and see how that plays out. Which will go. I'll get into my rant on that in a second. It's not really a rant. It's just thoughts that have been going in my head. So super happy for Hunter Dino and Amelia, because there's a lot of little girls who, get to see someone they can kind of relate to as a Red Ranger now. That's awesome. Happy for her. Mm-hmm. It sparked is a bit of controversy there, and it's not. It became controversy once people decided, okay, the fuck. We'll get to. I'll get to that in a second.
So this is going to be one of those.
It's going to be one of those. So this.
No. I have the narrative all planned out. I'm going to go get some water. Keep talking.
Oh God. So yeah, just let me speak on that in a second, please. Y'all gotta say nothing. Just listen. Once I get to that,
I'm here listening. Listening.
I'm trying to get to the suits themselves again. They're too plain for me. Like
I can see that.
Like we've had simple suits before, but there was always a little something to give it a little bit of personality. Biggest example,
if nothing else.
Yeah, biggest example was Kaku Ranger, because those are plain, right? Simple suits, but they also had that little lightning bolt on their chest that kind of there's a bit of personality there, and these suits for me don't have it. Especially when the way they revealed them, were like, "Hey, yeah, look, we got our new suits. Hey, you have my color." They were doing jokes. I love the cast. They're having fun. They showed off the actual, and I'm glad the cast is happy with what's going on, because they finished filming, so doing all the post stuff and then getting ready to release that whenever it's 10 episodes. No filler. They're just going to go straight through all original stuff, minus mecha footage, so they just do that in there at the end. And the only thing I have to say to that, for my Sentai fans...
Hi.
Dunn, we've talked about this already. Me and Dunn may butt heads a lot, but we're good. We're good, And it's not even butting heads. We just, if he likes the show, I don't like the show, and that's where the fun begins.
I do not understand how this happens.
It happens all the time. But other than that, me and Dunn don't really butt heads. This is one of the situations where I'm just
no,
all right.
It's all friendly discussion.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So relax, chat. Relax. He will be back next week because he is still the homie. He is still the homie, and I respect his opinions because we can actually have a discussion. Unlike certain people. But we'll get to that, right?
I feel called out.
No, you're good, Frank. He'll be back next week too. Don't worry. But
No,
As
no.
like to
All
my
right.
Sentai fans, and this is specifically to the ones who did not watch Q Ranger but wanted it to be adapted. Go watch Q Ranger. It's right there. It's fine. The suits have personality. The mech fights make sense to the story as far as we know. You know, just go watch that. It's fine. Don't try to go. We should get everything adapted. Don't know. The show's right there. It's fun. It's one of my favorites. Go have fun with that. Okay. You don't
And
gotta.
listen, if Toei ain't gonna release it in a localized form, that makes your options real simple and clear cut.
You know
You
what
don't
you
have to
gotta do.
agonize over it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what
No
you gotta
reason to
do.
agonize.
You know what I'm saying? And so back
Do
to
what you
that.
gotta.
Simon and the writers team, apparently, they're really happy with this because they don't have to play by or write the story around the footage. So they get to write the
Or
story
the
and
fart jokes.
or the they're just doing all original stuff and will just borrow
I
certain
mean,
certain scenes. I'm not gonna say anything on that other than it's more of the backwards way that the show's usually done it. I'll I'll
no,
watch the
hold
show
on.
and decide. That's my thing.
I will say this. No, I like it if they can write the story or they can write the story and then make footage for the story.
Yeah.
That's all fine and good. That's all fine and dandy. And that's great. The problem is they're still using footage though.
Yeah, and
Like
again, that's also a weird thing because I'm like, I need to get into their heads and figure out what's going on here. Again, I enjoyed Dino Fury. It was a fun time. You know,
like even if you want to say, oh, the mech fights don't take up that much time, that's true, but they're still like one of the most memorable things in PR. Like
yeah. So
one of the most important aspects of this show are the mechs.
yeah, so it's again, I want to see how they'll do it. It'll be found out later. I hope what they're trying to do works out. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it's gonna
And
be weird.
also,
I'm not gonna lie
just
to you. Okay.
on that same note, I'm just like, could you not have given them original helmets? Like,
That's
come on,
like,
come on.
again, I get that. I get that. You know,
You're so
this.
close. You're so close.
That's what I'm like. Again, I completely understand. Right? It's like they want to do original, but they didn't. But this is something that we found out once Dino Fury ended. They didn't know they were getting Cosmic Fury, so they had to scramble and do what they had to do to get this season to work. So things will be changing in terms of cast dynamics and all this. They've said the Rangers go through experiences that change them. So that could also explain why Amelia is red and Javi may have a robot arm. I don't know. He has an X guitar though, so like I'm cool with that. That bit of
Is it
weaponry.
actually a guitar?
Yeah, it's a guitar.
Question mark.
It's a guitar. They
Like it
show.
actually.
Yes, it's a
Like
good.
I saw the picture of him holding it like a guitar.
It's an
That
X.
does not mean it is a guitar.
It's a guitar.
Okay.
He said it was a guitar. I'm cool with that, right? I
It worked for
I just want
Sankey
true.
in Hibiki.
The only thing I want to say.
No, and that's completely fine. I just it doesn't look like a guitar. It looks more Axe than
Oh
guitar.
no! I agree.
On the Axe to Axe spectrum, this is very Axe.
Yeah. No. See, this is what I mean. We agree. I'm like,
Understood that reference.
so. I hate it.
Know what joke he was making there, and I approve.
So this, I hope this works out for them, especially considering supposed reboot territory after this season. I don't know what's going on with that, but if this if this is the start to more original stuff where you don't have to rely on telling a story around Super Sentai footage, go ahead. Tell the story you need to tell within 10 episodes, okay? Do what you got to do.
I would be completely happy if PR just completely cut Sentai footage and just made a completely original thing. I would watch that. I would actually give that a shot. But so far they haven't. So
So, minor counterpoint to coming up with original mechs. Please, please, please keep in mind the last time that happened.
Yeah,
When was the last time that
that
happened? Question mark.
2017, and that was Saban. That was all
Oh,
Saban.
son of a bitch.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
2017, that was all Saban, but he's not a part of the. His influence is gone.
Well, the easy fix. Don't make them Transformers.
There you go. But
I
like
think telling certain facets of the Western design
philosophy, yeah, I'm.
philosophy to make
Mm,
a good looking mech is sort of a tough ask because it takes a Guillermo del Toro and then it takes whoever was in charge of the revamped designs in the sequel that never happened, thank God, to completely ruin all that. So,
so here's my thing.
and
Right?
those were all basically homages anyway, in the best possible way, in the movie that actually happened, not the movie that never happened,
Okay.
that we don't talk about.
All right. So that said, I hope this works out for them, right? I
I will add a positive thing there. I do like they have individual weapons. Individual weapons are cool. I like
Yep.
that they included those.
yeah. All right. So that all being said, again, I'm in the wait and see category because again, I enjoyed Dino Fury. It's not my personal favorite, but it's as it's by itself. Both season 1 and 2, they're pretty good, right? I would personally suggest, hey, give it a watch. That's just me. If they end up doing adaptations again, I want to say have fun with it. That's all I can say.
Well,
That's all I can really
what
say.
are the options for adaptation at this point? Kira Major?
Kira
And
Major
I
and
think that's basically
Kira Major and Juoju.
it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do Zenkaiger at
They
all.
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
They can't. And Dawn Brothers is its own can of worms.
Yeah, Don Brothers is
Actually, I think parts of Don Brothers
parts
might
of
be
Don Brothers
adaptable
can work. Parts of Don Brothers can work,
in
but
terms of suit action,
yeah,
but like
parts of it can work. Again, it's
everything
well,
else.
yeah. That's all I gotta really say on that front in terms of adaptations. Again, I'm still in wait and see. I really hope good things do come from this. That being said, I just need y'all to hear me out now. Just listen. Let me
That's
get
what
my.
we've been doing.
There you go. Let me get just hear me out this time because now we're getting into why I was upset, and that was more of a knee jerk reaction.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So some of and this once Amelia was announced as Red Ranger, uh, some fans that are like me, right, also black, they feel there's like a pattern that they've started to see where we get a black Red Ranger and after a while they're either written out of the show and replaced or they get what they call or they get what is seen as a demotion because Red is the main character, main focus for most seasons, and
Right. Okay.
I understand. Like it took me a minute to think on it because I had a knee jerk reaction of why are we trying to pick a fight where the fight doesn't need to be in this case, and I still feel that way. And I just wanted to be said. No one has had a problem. No one has a problem with Hunter Dino, and who's also Amelia as the Red Ranger. If anything, they were the ones hyping her up the whole time. Besides female fans of Power Rangers, we were hyping her up the whole time. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
pattern that they've noticed, and for me, I don't really see it right. Which it was a whole drama thing where like people were like, "Hey, yeah, how do y'all feel about people getting demoted?" We was in live talking about it on TikTok when Blue hosted a live. We were talking about the news and stuff that day. We talked about it, how we feel about it from a narrative perspective. I need it to be written well, And honestly, I've only seen it with TJ. I only really see it with TJ. Granted, I'm not gonna tell people how to feel because, again, I'm black, so this kind of topic I see within a lot of other media. I didn't really see it in this case, right?
Right.
So I took a step back after the knee jerk reactions and everything. I started reading what people who actually had this criticism, who actually got their feelings out in a constructive way, right? I listened to what they had to say. I'm like, okay, I see what you're talking about, right? I personally disagree with it, but again, I see where you're coming from in this situation because it happens in media all the time. Biggest example, and I will never get over this, is what they've done to Finn in Star Wars. Biggest example. Did that man dirty.
Mm.
And that's all I'm gonna say on Star Wars. I'm done with Star Wars to be fair after that new trilogy.
You know what? No.
Fair.
Star Wars is fine. It is the fans who are wrong.
There you go.
Also
Okay.
Disney.
But back to my like actual point.
Frag unscrewing that can of worms. Frag is just there with the can opener and the worms, just like
Yeah.
Creak, 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 creak.
God damn it, Frank. But
Wriggly, wriggly, wriggly worms.
oh god. But back to the like the point in hand. It then took a negative turn. People were trying to like leave constructive criticism, actually talk about how they feel, right? And I get that. From a narrative standpoint, for me, it like I don't see it because I was looking at it narratively, not things that happen in media often. So that's why I can see where they're coming from in this case. Narratively, I'll go over that in a second. But to the dickheads on Twitter, not just using this as an opportunity to troll, bash Hunter Dino, the cast, and the writing staff. Y'all be the reason. Okay, we can't have nice things. Leave.
Well, it's not like they can do much about it anyways.
I know, but it's so irritating, right? That they're the
Right.
ones that just ruin a chance for dialogue. Okay, trolling, making burner accounts, like making burner accounts to be like do trolling. Go, just leave. Just fucking leave. I'm sick of y'all. Every time we have some type of dialogue, it's like you irritate me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this was kind of funny to me when they showed the writers' room for Dino Fury, and the one person of color who was on the staff wasn't in the picture at the time. They just showed. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie to you here because it's like, oh, this don't make it better. This don't make it better for y'all. And Simon Bennett has like they've seen. I know they've seen it, right? He even talked about it. All will be revealed in time when you watch the show. He goes, Zato was not demoted, and he goes liking tweets that talk about how, oh, this the fandom's so negative and stuff like that, but not really addressing the actual concerns that were being shared, the actual dialogue that needed to be had, and again, he don't have to, right? That's not your place. But it was not a good look on that end. That's all I gotta say on that. So hopefully things in the future will be done better with that. But from a narrative standpoint, right, where I'm going with this now, I personally didn't see it, which is why I kind of disagreed with it. But after thinking on it, I do understand now because it's something that I've seen in media and all this stuff. I just feel like using in this case it was just like misplaced anger, not really anger but misplaced frustrations. But that's just a me thing. I'm not gonna take away how people in this fandom, especially people of color in this fandom who share my skin color, I'm not gonna tell them how to feel. As long as we can have an open dialogue and discuss things, it's all good. From a narrative standpoint, when it comes to certain like the Black Red Rangers, TJ I feel kind of fit the whole thing that they were talking about. When it comes to being replaced. You know, I feel like he's the only argument you can make for this because, well, that and Rocky, because Rocky is a POC Red Ranger as well. Um, he was actually the first Hispanic Red Ranger, but
Oh,
he got replaced by Tommy, who was
correct.
Caucasian until Zio, where we found out, oh no, he's Native American. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, so it was he like well yeah no he was replaced as leader, and it was just thing it was such a weird moment because now I feel bad for Rocky. He didn't get his chance to shine because Tommy was made leader. But back to TJ and the actual example I was talking about. This man TJ had to pick up where Tommy left off in Turbo, right? He had to. I was grabbing my cat. Yeah, TJ had to pick up where Tommy left off for the second
Yes.
half of Turbo. Which honestly, if you actually if you hear Selwyn Word talk about it, ratings for Turbo improved after the original crew left. Right after the second Mighty Morphin team left, ratings improved,
Hmm.
and I like that's good. But just like with Enway and Legacy Wars, which I didn't like that they did this, but it's one of those things. People know Tommy for five forms: the Green Ranger form, White Ranger, Red Zeo, and Red Turbo and Dino Thunder. He gave up Red Turbo, right? That's officially TJ's, but people remember him as it. So it feels it doesn't feel good for TJ because then after Turbo, narratively they lost their powers to Divatox. She blew up the base. She was one of the few Mighty Morphin like villains of that time to succeed, so they lost their powers. For the story to work, for them to go in space, they had to see a space ranger, right? Where Andros came in. So TJ, with his development and skills that he learned as a Red Ranger, using that for the new team, he was technically still the leader of the team, which is how they got him on board. He led the rest of the team while Andros was doing his own thing, but I can understand from that perspective because TJ was just one of those cases where unfortunately he picked up where one of a fan favorite character left off, and then while his time as Red Ranger was short, he immediately becomes a blue, right? So I can
Yeah.
understand where people have these feelings of where people have feelings of a demotion because usually the Red Ranger is the main character, right?
Right.
So for TJ, I completely understand this. When it comes to Jack, as an example, that's where I was kind of like, I don't see it because the way Jack and Sky were written, the Red and Blue Ranger of SPD, Sky was a total asshole. He That's why Kruger picked Jack. So each of them could develop, and Jack's whole thing was he was doing the Robin Hood esque route of helping people. He ended up being a part of SPD because of Sid. I said Sid, Z and Boom, those two specifically that kind of gave him that influence. So he started doing good things at SPD, but that wasn't his choice. Like that's not what he would do to help people. And so around the end of the season, when something he actually wanted to do help those people help people who are poor and just people who don't have the opportunities as other people to get to do what they got to do to live and everything, he took that because for him that's doing something good in a way SPD couldn't do. So he took that. And for his character, it worked. It worked. Narratively, I liked what they did with him. It was written well. And then Sky, who finally developed as a Red Ranger, like he developed as a Ranger to the point where, yeah, he can step up and become a Red Ranger. So it's like, I don't, for that case, I don't see him being replaced because narratively it wasn't written like that. It was like one took his step down because he knew he could do good elsewhere. So there's that.
Yeah.
Then we have Scott from RPM, who while he had one of the best moments in RPM, the story of RPM was not about him, but It was about it was about Dylan and Dr. K specifically. So that's why I didn't see that the way it was there, but I can understand the feelings because it's like Red.
Wasn't he still a ranger at the end of it?
Yeah,
Or
he was still a ranger at the end of it, but like he
yeah,
wasn't
okay,
a focal point of the story. So I could understand the feelings
okay.
because Red Rangers, they're usually main characters for stories even if they aren't the leader.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we
I
have
see.
that. Yeah. And then there's Devin from Beast Morphers, who it was pretty much his story throughout all of it. Well, it was from he was pretty much center throughout all of it. You saw his development as a Red Ranger when his dad was taken over by Evox. You saw how he dealt with that and everything. Then once they save his dad and everything, we had his development. They had to deal with Evox. Turns out Evox comes from the RPM dimension, and Nate was the reason why Venjix was able to get a new body and become Evox in the first place. So we had to deal with Nate, right? Nate ended up getting a bit of focus because he had guilt there. So I understand again. I can understand these feelings, especially because now we have Zato taking on a bigger role, but he's not. Well, what seems to be a bigger role, but he's not Red Ranger. So again, I understand these feelings. I personally feel they're misplaced, but it took a minute for me to think on it instead of just having that knee jerk reaction like what are we doing here. It's like no, I see where you guys are coming from because it happens all the time in media, and if one of your favorite franchises you feel has done that to you and you just want an open dialogue to express yourself and talk about it, I completely understand and I support it. I support it. I just hate that it became a thing that should not have been a thing. And by that I mean people not willing to listen, people trolling, people just not even letting the open dialogue happen, and some people just not seeing the issue that's being talked about. Again, I'm looking at it from a narrative sense, and I hope that it's done well. I really do. I hope that the way they write it makes sense and it's done well.
Well,
But
wrote. It's done. It's
yes,
already done.
yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I do. I do.
I just want this to. I want it to succeed. I want things to be written well. But I can definitely see, especially now after thinking about it, where you guys' heads are at. You know, and I do feel a little bad for just like having that knee jerk reaction of going, "What are we doing here?" You know, like I do low key feel bad about it, but it's just I was
That's
looking
all
at
good,
it.
buddy.
I'm looking at it from a narrative stance. That's why I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
you know. But again, I get it, especially because I'm black. It was like it was just it's just one of those things. So again, happy for Hunter Dino becoming the first full time female Red Ranger. About time. It's been 30 years, right?
Or 10 episodes, but
For 10
okay.
episodes, it's like 10 episodes, but it's still.
And she's not gonna appear in any of the crossovers because they use stock footage. So
Well, they got original crossovers coming. Don't take that away from her. Well,
if they
maybe
have originals,
if they,
yes.
yeah.
But I'm just saying
Don't
they
take
don't
this
have a
away
strong
from her.
track record.
Don't
I'm
take
not.
this.
I'm just pointing out facts.
Yeah, it's kind of taken away from the moment though. Look, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's again, it's been 30 years,
There's an easy way to fix that. They just have to use original
and,
footage.
and we'll
It's
get.
a win-win for everybody. That's
We'll,
what I'm saying. Use original footage.
all right, we'll get there. But like again, this I'm happy for her, right? I'm happy for her. It's a franchise first because we've had women as Red Rangers before. We've had women lead before. None of them really stood out, unfortunately, because outside of Jen and no one remembers Delphine from Alien Rangers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Outside of Jen from Time Force, who led the team,
Yeah.
there was Lauren from Samurai, but the team didn't like her. That was a bad example of copy paste Saban, which we got to fight about. That's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother discussion. But That's all I wanted to say on the subject. We could move on here. We can finally move on. But
I do have one more thing though. I noticed.
oh god,
Where's the pink? What about pink rangers? Huh? Do they not matter in Cosmic Fury? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Guess-
Pink has been a
Shade
color
of
since
pink.
the beginning.
guess not.
Right.
Red
just
is a
isn't.
shade of pink.
There
We
you
have
go.
a red/pink leader.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's all I wanted to say on the subject.
All right.
You know.
I I
Now we can move on.
I don't know. I see the usual people
Well,
who basically, if someone drops the word woke in a conversation, you usually know to ignore them. And this kind of is how that felt. At least the Twitter backlash.
Yeah.
So it's just like, come
Again,
on now.
again, this is
Find something that matters to even
and
open
that's
your fingers about. It's just even if they're doing it for ham-fisted reasons, find something better to care about, please.
all right.
It's like, come on now.
And
And they're not, as
and-
far as we can tell.
and
But
that's that whole dialogue
Yeah.
he just had was for you dumbasses who are just yeah. If you don't have genuine concerns or don't want to have a genuine dialogue, go. That's who that's who that was for. I just want that to be said because I don't want nobody to misinterpret what Frag was saying. All right.
I said what I said. What did I say that was that was ambiguous?
I'm just saying somebody could take what you said the wrong way. Because after everything I just said, motherfucker. Anyway, let's move on.
All right.
Like we're at an understanding now. So trolls leave. That's all I gotta say. Y'all fucking up good dialogue, and people just want to express themselves, talk and go, hey, listen, I feel this way, and it's funny because the people who did feel that way, right? They were so happy for Hunter Dino. They were the ones hyping her up the whole time. So I just want that to be said as well. That being said, yo, Zato, pop the champagne, my boy. I want some. Moving right along here. All right. Let's get to our usual classes. And to my Black Toku fans out there, sorry, we can have this open dialogue. We can talk about it, whether we agree or disagree or not. This is a safe place here, all right? Safe spot.
Unless you drop on the W word,
Huh?
then it's not safe.
But
I lost it.
we had it, then we lost it again. God damn it, Frank. Oh God. See,
We're inclusive, unless you gonna be an asshole.
there you go. There you go. There you go. See, it all makes sense now. All right. So, you know how we usually do. It took a little longer than supposed to.
It was important.
I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. It was just it's one of those I do feel bad for my knee jerk reaction, but I see the problem for a lot of people like me. You know, I see the problem. But if it's done in a way that I can be like, this is fine. I don't have a problem. I don't use me as a statistic for your argument either, freaks. I know who y'all are. You're the type that go, I got black friends, when you're really a dickhead.
Well, guess I'll leave. Bye. See you all later.
Hey yo!
Oh God.
Well, he's not coming back next week.
He's coming back this week.
Oh, see, he didn't leave. Okay, so Frag is not one of those guys. No. Yeah, happy.
It's a joke in very poor taste.
Frag, it's okay. I forgive you. All right. Anyway, back to.
He's okay today. He may open his stupid mouth again, though.
We'll beat him up in the locker room afterwards. Don't worry. Anyway, back to our usual shenanigans. Sorry that went on. Those are strong feelings. So, Frag, what do we have for Toku recommendations of the week?
All right. I am not sure if people would call this Toku, but I'm going to do it anyway. But it is a series called Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. It
Ooh.
is by Jerry Anderson, and if you know that name, cool. If you don't know that name, Thunderbirds.
Ah, okay.
If you don't know that name, Space 1999. If you don't know that name, Space Precinct. If you don't know that name, Terrahawks, Torchy the Battery Boy. I actually have no idea what that is. What is Torchy the Battery Boy? Um, oh, that's an even older one. Gosh. Anyway, uh, quite a few. The Investigator Fireball XL5, Supercar, Stingray, Joe 90. Anyway, so it's by that guy. So Marionation or Super Marionation, marionettes. So Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons is from the mid late 60s. When is that from? 67 to 68. It was a good batch of years, I'm telling you, for sci-fi TV.
Captain Scarlet, you said?
Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. The original, there is a reboot that uses 3D CGI. Um, so the marionettes are very uncanny valley. That's actually some of the the feedback discourse that occurred with the show that I learned after the fact is they did some changes to how they were doing marionettes compared to how they were doing them in Thunderbirds, and mm,
Oh,
not
okay, this
it's
right
not
here.
all good
So,
because
hold
they're
on.
really stiff. So they look very like they're like, okay, there's like a dead body mannequin sitting in a
All right,
chair. What's going on?
let me show the audience right now what
Oh
we're
yeah,
looking at here.
please.
You know, I got you. I'm sorry. We're getting better at this, guys. We're getting better. Oh, real quick,
Yeah.
I forgot news. Oh, for Grand Blue
Oh.
fans, Relink is coming. Relink is coming.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
Grand Blue Relink.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Relink is coming, and the fighting game Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is getting an updated version of the game with new characters and everything. So, game's not dead.
Ooh.
Game's not dead. Super excited. Let's go. Roll back netcode, baby. Let's go. I'm super sorry to cut you off,
Welcome
Frank. I
to the
just remembered it.
20. No, no, no. It's cool that you're finally you've got a game that's finally coming into the 20th century. It's awesome.
Wow. See, this sarcastic, guys.
I mean, 21st century. I know numbers. It's okay. It's fine.
I thought you were being serious about the 20th century.
Well, I mean,
so,
yeah.
so here you go.
No,
I googled it.
that's the crack I make every time there's a multiplayer game with no text chat.
So,
We had this in Ultima
Oh.
Online in like the 80s
so here you go.
and early 90s. It is unacceptable to not have it now. It
Captain
makes no
Scarlet
sense.
and the Mysterons
Mysterons.
50th anniversary box set picture. There you go. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
It's hideous. Um,
It's hideous.
it's awful. It's actually a pretty cool show though. So part of that comes from the setting. So you've got basically you know how an Ultraman and Jerry Anderson, like Tsupro, early Tsupro, Eiji Tsuburaya, and Jerry Anderson stuff go like hand in hand. These people like were like walking around a lot of the same ideas. So they've got like a science team equivalent. Or a monster attack team, except they use vehicles instead of having an ultra person. So kind of ultra Q in its way. And so it takes place in the distant future year of 2068. Oh, I thought it was something more timely, but we'll take it. Um, and so basically, the premise is aliens are doing a covert invasion of Earth, basically doing invasion of the body snatcher stuff. Except it's worse because the aliens are able to like make replicas of people and objects and use them for their own nefarious purposes. So the team, who are called Spectrum, I think, which is cool because all of the team members, Sentai style, have different
Okay.
code names. So you have Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet. Yeah, I
You have
see.
Lieutenant Green. You have Colonel White. You have Black someone, Captain Black.
Black Sun?
Uh,
No.
Captain Black. Um, and there's a blue in there somewhere. I don't remember if he's a captain or what. Um, so it's thematic. So they basically go and they fight these aliens. Now these aliens are also really hard to kill, so they can regenerate apparently. And Captain Scarlet, the titular hero, gains this ability to regenerate, and it makes him effectively unkillable. Um, so the reason the show is noteworthy, in my opinion, is because it's really indicative of how programming, even theoretically for children, was really dark back then. So you've got people dying all the time, like being brutally murdered in horrible marionette explosive fashion. What? I hear someone gasping at a cat.
No, sorry. I was the Geek subs just dropped and something just happened in there and I was like,
Oh, good.
something that happened a lot just got explained super hardcore and I'm just like, man, the writing. Okay, never mind. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. I get it. You old bad new good. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'll
Oh, I
just
swear it's not.
yeah. So yeah, it's about fighting off alien invaders, who are infiltrating our society, which I think was
Yeah.
partly our fault, to be honest, if I remember correctly. But I might be conflating it with the episodes of Ultra 7, where we are very clearly at fault for causing alien retribution. Oh, we've got this super powerful super space nuclear missile. We got to test it on something. So here's the planet. Let's go blow it up. And it's like, oh well, no, it's actually inhabited, and there will be retribution for this, as we learn. But I don't honestly remember. I think they're Martians. The Mysterons. I think they come from Mars. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's neat. It's kind of a hard. It's I find it somewhat less watchable from what I remember than Thunderbirds. I was super into Thunderbirds as a kid, um, but part of
That's
that,
before my time. Sorry.
yes, I know. I mean, so is color television.
Yeah.
So is VHS tapes.
I'm gonna change the character roster after this.
I
But yeah,
remember VHS tapes. Hold
oh,
on.
he remembers VHS tapes. Oh, okay, 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 okay.
All
Sure
right.
you do.
We
Okay,
have.
which side of the VHS tape did you use?
What do you mean? They have one side. You can only put them in one way.
He's old. You gotta remember that.
It's VHS aren't cassettes. I know.
See,
I
that
think
was a
Frag is
test.
testing me. Yeah, that's
Yes.
No, that wasn't a
That was
test. He legit forgot. Don't try to
Except-
play it off.
Except there are, in fact,
He's really trying to sell this.
VHS tapes.
He's trying to look it up to save face.
Um.
So about Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons.
Yeah, no, it's good. You should watch it.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, song of the week, there, buddy. Jukebox.
yeah. Hold on.
Jukebox?
I'm concerned with this VHS. Wouldn't putting a VHS upside down just bring
Oh
the picture
no!
up upside
You
down?
don't put it upside down. No, it's just you organize. You did. I'm dicking with you. It's fine.
See, I told you he forgot and he tried to play it off.
It's just because I had several double featured movies.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, how did you get to the second feature that you never watched? Like Attack of the Abominable Snowman, which was on the B side, so to speak, of Godzilla vs. Megalon. Who is gonna watch that? You had Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Oh,
Duh.
right. Yo. Johnny Young Bosch came back for the new Trigun. Yo, shout out to that man. Putting in work this year.
Hey.
Bleach Trigun.
All right.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry.
in order to appease Frag, and so I do not. It's old things can be good too, and that is why this week's song of the week is Da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da.
Woo!
Kamen
Right
Rider
block.
Black.
If you aren't making me cry for your cyborg bike, you are not doing your writing properly.
So, do us all a favor, you all. Check out Kamen Rider Black through Discotech.
Yes.
Also, the first 2 episodes are on the Toei's freaking website, so check it out there.
This is true. But today's recommendation is the opening of Kamen Rider Black. Kamen Rider Black theme song. Sung by the man himself, which is a common thing they did back in the day.
It is a banger.
It's
It
a
is an
banger.
absolute banger.
I think if I'm being extremely critical, his performance is kind of shaky, but it's a
Hey
really
yo!
That was gonna be my observation, but
like. Have you seen it? Have you listened to him singing it? He's
no,
like
I've listened to
quavering
the
half
whole
the
thing.
time.
And yeah, I know, I know. I've
It's
listened
a
to it.
really
I
good
know.
song, and he does great. He's a champ, and I adore it.
He's
But
trying his hardest, but it's very clear he is not like trained all
this
his
is
life.
this is not the thing he does every single day.
Yes.
This is in
So
fact
good
true.
wearing those fingerless gloves. My goodness. Oh, he sells
But
them.
no, the black theme is really great, and you
It's
just
so good.
every time it goes back to the chorus with just the really long come rider black, and then it just ends with that black. Which there's so much punch in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really
it's
good.
so good.
You already know
Who's
what.
the orchestrator? Who's the composer for that one? He's done everything though.
Uh,
All right.
Everybody clacking. Everybody clacking once.
All right. So while they do that,
uh,
let's talk about
lyrics by Yoko Aki,
Henshin's.
composition by Ryudo Uzaki, arranged by
That-
Eiji Kawamura, artist Tetsuo Kurata. That is what the Kamen Rider Wiki is telling me, anyway.
I have to see the names in writing. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I'm dumb.
It's all good, buddy.
Kawamura. Oh, he did friggin' No, he's not the guy I'm thinking of. So it is actually a different guy, but he's another good one. So never mind. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
Getting old sucks. The second thing you lose with old age is your memory, and I can't remember the first.
Fair enough.
Or wait, am I flipping that joke on its side? And it's supposed to be the first thing you forget with old age. The first thing you lose with old age is your memory, and I can't remember the second. Whatever. Take the joke, hold it in front of you, examine it carefully, and then mangle it beyond recognition. That's the way.
Yeah. All right. So.
How?
Oh gosh, I gotta pay attention to that.
Hold on. How? I just saw Tuichi's thinking it, or Peachy's thinking it. How are these figures $160? Where is she grabbing that number?
Speakers.
I don't understand. The figures, the King Osier ones.
Oh, because they're getting them through third party via Amazon.
Is that what they're already posted them at? That's crazy.
Yeah. People, everybody's been trying to get their hands on it and like third party through Amazon. Yeah.
People, just wait. It's
yeah.
They're not worth that amount. All right. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
All
right.
Oh yeah, here we go. The King Oger DX roleplay set through Toku Electables is $165, and that is the sword, the shield, and the belt.
Okay.
The figures run. Oh, those are the crappy ones. The less crappy ones are 28 a pop. So for the whole gang, you're spending an entire. Oh gosh, and the red comes with the bike, and it's double that. It's like 45
That is
bucks.
correct. Yeah.
So it's yeah, you're spending not quite $150, about $150 for the gang.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty expensive, but actually per figure that isn't wholly out of line. It's just way too much for what those figures look like.
Yeah,
Like,
no, those are
I can
they're
get much better figures for half that price.
they're
Than what
basically candy
twice
toys.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 What are Ultraman Sofumis going for? Let's see what they're selling those for, because those should be nothing. Those should be dirt cheap.
Like the sword plus the shield plus the belt, that I can see going for a bit of cash. But
Yeah,
like the figures, that's over. That's a bit overpriced there.
yeah. When are those out? I don't care. I don't need the temptation. Forget I asked.
March
Merch.
when the
Merch.
show comes out.
Oh, of course.
Ah,
It all makes sense now.
logic. All right. What's next? Do we have anything else next?
Henshin sequence.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Alright. Well, I gotta set up this next match here. But Spectre, I swear, you just fought Spectre. Go home.
The game is liking Spectre on random today.
I'm saying, keep. I'll let you go again. Yeah, but Spectre, you need to give Kanna her icon. What are we doing? Okay, Ghost, you can go again. You know what? You know what? In honor of Black, there you go.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Shadow Moon, let's go. Shadow
I believe in
Moon.
you, Shadow Moon. It is against my better judgment, but I do believe. He landed his ult last week. I can believe in him again.
Yeah, he did. All right, so where we at here? Let's go. Henshin sequences. Henshin sequences. I should have had it pulled up, but like I was being stupid. Anyway, today's Henshin and Gatai sequence it's a little fun. It's a little fun one. So I'm gonna take it back to my favorite, or one of my favorites.
Yes.
We'll have a few. All right. So let's get to it. My boy, Kamen Rider. Was it?
Was?
Was
Oh,
it?
freaking was. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go off with was real quick. All right, let's see.
Which was?
The cool
I mean, they
one.
have the same henching, but
The cool one.
all right.
Yeah, here you go. Was.
Yes, Black was. Let's go.
Coulda was. Nani? Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. I'm mad they got it at 60 frames per second. It kind of throws things off for me. But let's...
I love the standby sound.
The
of
standby
Woz
you can
Driver.
just dance to, bro.
It is a full on EDM dance track, and I love it.
Look at this motherfucker.
Da 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 da.
You what?
Ba, 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 da, 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 da.
I'm gonna let that one
Woz
go.
is the best part of that show. Let's be real.
He bears
Like-
a lot of that load on his back. Like
He is
he's
so
a shining
good.
light in times of relative. Oh God, why am I watching this series? Like if it weren't for him and the 1.5 episodes for like the first quarter to half of the show, I mean, I couldn't have gotten through it. I don't think.
And
I'm sorry, Echo. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. I'm not gonna judge here. It's all good.
But at least the Trinity episode happened, and then got us to
Yeah.
force our subs underground.
And we
again,
have-
which sucked.
We're gonna draw from another one of my favorites. Tsukiyomi.
This is the same show. What do you mean another one of your favorites?
I like this henshin. Tsukiyomi.
Oh, Tsukiyomi, you had such a cool henshin.
Right?
And
It's
such
a
lame
shame
year-
she was
and such a lame
underutilized.
the rest of your existence.
Yeah,
Right?
it was,
At least she
yeah.
showed up in Girls Remix. I'm
Yeah.
happy about that. Look at that Sailor Moon-esque transformation.
It's a cool
Yeah.
transformation, and she's got like the cape, and she has her visor in the shape of the moon, and it's all
yeah,
pretty
like
dope.
if you've got a giant like crescent moon on your head, chances are you're a badass. Like, name something that has a crescent moon on its head that isn't awesome.
Yeah, and because those were
I'm
so
thinking.
quick,
What are your thoughts on Lunatone? That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh,
Lunatone the Pokemon.
I
he doesn't
didn't
know.
even
It
know
is
it
literally
existed.
just a crescent moon. It is just a crescent moon.
But does it have what on its head?
It,
Its head is
it's-
part of a crescent moon, but it doesn't have one on its head. I believe that is a important
it's
distinction.
nothing but head.
Right,
Hey,
exactly. But it
yo.
doesn't have. Wait, what just did Black just get robbed?
A little bit.
Wow.
Also-
Black got robbed.
Also, because we brought up Sailor Moon, I gotta do it.
Better be a live action Sailor Moon. Actually, do one with
Fred knows me
Sensei.
so well. You know me
Oh,
so
yeah.
well, sir.
No.
You know me so well, sir.
Oh no, let's go.
Fighting
action Sailor
evil
Moon.
by moonlight. Yes, Sailor Moon had a live action.
Yep.
It's glorious.
Of course it did.
Yeah, we'll go through them all. We'll go
Those
through
CGI'd ponytails are getting to me in the best way. I'm just like
There
watching
you
these
go.
things dance around. I'm like, what are these tentacles
Oh.
doing? Run!
them. You know
So,
you gotta do
what
it
are
to
the
'em.
chances of this getting us demonetized?
Shut up. You don't know. Shut your ass up.
Whoa, her hair changed. That's cool.
I'll give you a few.
And she does her boots individually.
Yeah. Water. That's a funny looking kaijin.
That's an. I mean, I know what it looks like to me, but I'm not gonna say it.
There you go. Yeah.
Jawbreaker.
Anyone who knows anything about Mercury knows it shouldn't be associated with water. I'm just saying.
Let's go because I don't think all of them had boots. I think some of them had actual high heels. Unless I don't remember if they did boots for everyone in the live action. Nope, heels. Okay, yeah, they did it right. Yes. Am I going through all of them? Yes, because I want to get to the Gat tie. Today's Gat tie will be fun.
That's the same Sun and Clouds as Kamen Rider Kuga, I think.
Hey yo.
They all look the same.
Do we not all live under the same sky?
Maybe you
Oh.
do.
Look at that
Tell that
lightning
to someone
strike,
who lives
baby.
in LA.
Oh.
Or Beijing. Or
Ow!
a couple cities in India that I've been to.
Hey
All
yo.
London. Rakatoon.
Now
I
listen.
like the thunder. I think it's
I'm
very,
mad.
very
I'm
frightening.
mad. I'm so mad. He said, "I hope this don't get us the bottom." Why would you say that? Now, see, now I gotta run an ad now.
All right, sure.
Yeah, ribbon dancers. Change that hair. If you ever need a dye job for your hairstyle, just become a magical girl.
That'd be the efficient way, I guess.
There you go. That's all you get. I'm not.
Okay, just the core 5. All
Yeah,
right.
there you go. That's all you're getting. Now,
All right.
so yeah.
You're in the live action series. I've never seen the live action
Sailor Moon.
Sailor.
It's alright.
Was it just the? But was it everybody? Only the core 5? Question mark. I didn't see it either. So.
That was, I think everybody was in there, but I was just doing the core 5. There you go.
I may have to hunt that down and see if somebody's somebody surely has that uploaded. I don't know if anybody's subbed it.
That's fair.
I mean, Sailor Moon is pretty popular, so I'd be,
Yeah, somebody's got
I
to
would be
have
s-
it uploaded. But,
yeah.
and it probably has been subbed at some point.
And for
Yeah.
today's Get Tie, we're gonna do something fun. Just this is for frag.
All right. What do we got?
This is the only other anime one I'll do.
You sure?
Ah,
Because there's a
alright.
lot of really good
There's
ones.
a lot of good anime ones.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just kidding, but here we go. Let's go back to it, baby. To
Like
the school.
always keep a Gauga. Oh, back to school. All right.
No, you know you gotta have a Gal
So
Gaga already.
is this a different series from the first one, or is this the same? Or same school, different school? I don't know. All right, so we have
Yes.
rearranges the school building into a pyramid that has a rocket in it.
I mean, yours didn't.
No.
Look at them.
Oh, no,
They're
no.
used to it now.
I guess we were all missing out.
Yeah,
Really.
they're used to it now. Look at it. Hey, yo. To the cubby, though.
Whee!
Yes. Yes. In the school. We driving. We driving. Nyong.
I don't even know how. I don't know how the
They
tiny
have
Formula One
surprisingly
truck
good
is-
traction up those stairs. All right.
Metal slug physics.
What? Why did we need to drive the cars through the school again? Like, could we not have just gone straight to the rocket through the tubes?
You
Well, you
know
have to
why.
do it quickly though.
But couldn't you have just? Aren't the tubes just as fast? Question mark.
No, they don't. You see, those don't lead up. Those only lead down, and you have to get back up after you get the clothes on. And then the only safe way to do it is to ride a motorcycle along the back of the flying dinosaur, because no other option was available to you.
Right. Okay.
None. Like
Absolutely none.
none. Not a single other option existed.
They.
Remember the
This is a-
dinosaurs?
wait,
Let's
wait,
blow
wait.
them up.
Yeah, we going
Hold
crazy.
on.
It
Hold on,
just
I need
keeps
it.
going. It
So this
just.
is a dino combiner that doesn't have a T-Rex? What kind of sorcery is this?
It just keeps going.
This is what, maybe half done at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this one went on forever. Like, even I have limits, and this pushed.
Wait, how does it still keep going? We have the robot now. Oh, okay, yeah, we have the robot. What is there left to do?
There you go.
Yeah, okay, we have the robot.
Well,
Now
my
what?
halfway was different than your halfway, so.
Oh, there's multiple transformations with who's in charge. By the way, I'm just not going through this.
Yeah, there are more transformations they do, and I think add-on parts as well. No, like the entire Brave series, like every single Yusha series has like killer Gatai sequences, and it would behoove you to check some of those out.
It was just, oh gosh.
You being everyone in general.
Yeah.
They are all translated now, except for Might Gain, for no reason. Might Gain is sitting at episode 35.
Is that the train one?
That is the train one. It's a really good show. It just hasn't been done yet.
And
it has some of the best music in the entire Meta franchise. It is unbelievable how good the soundtrack is for that show.
And for our last Tokusatsu Gatai, I had to do that one for Fred.
We're doing another Gatai. Okay.
Yeah, I got plenty in the chamber, baby. Oh god.
Well, we have nearly 50 years of Sentai.
Oh, we have. Oh gosh, we really do. So
well, the first however many series don't even have a robot, but still.
Just the first
3, I think. It's not a lot.
First 2 only have flying vehicles. Number 3 is when they start getting robots, but it doesn't transform. It doesn't transform yet in Battle Fever. It is just the robot. All right, I assume Echo is looking it up.
Oh yeah.
Black is trying to kick ass. Come on, Black.
I believe.
All right, and here we go. A little bit of turbo
Black
action.
Sun and Shadow Moon are putting in work.
A little bit of turbo action from my boy TJ. The Rescue Megazords. Not from Lightspeed Rescue, but from the second half of Power Rangers Turbo.
VRV, Victory Robo from
Car
Ranger.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I really do like this mecha, though.
VR The one where it's just all the carriers stacked on top of each other, or the
Yes.
one with.
Yes, the answer is yes, because I like them both. Phantom Racer. Yeah, TJ. What are we waiting for? I don't know why I like this mecha so much.
I
It's,
mean, it's a solid mega. I do like this set of Zords in particular because they have because they're like Braves. They own individual vehicle mode, and then they have their own like robot modes,
yeah.
each of them, and then you combine into a giant robot. So
There's the carrier stacked on each other.
And they use physical props, and you cannot go wrong with physical props.
Really can't.
And
it's
cars are
true.
particularly easy to do that with.
True that. Also, like when you compare this one to the one from Go 5, because I'm only comparing them because in this case they're both rescue based. I like
Plural
this one more. I'm
vehicles,
sorry.
anyway.
Yeah. Spray that
Tell
joint.
that tell that to Shuttle Boy's face.
I like Shuttle Boy.
God,
No.
the villains in Car Ranger were so goofy, and then they turn out to just be like a plot of some like extra dimensional or extra galactic multi-galactic conglomerate that just wants to build a freeway, and they're just using a bunch of like space ruffians in order to like clear the planet out. It was so wild, and like that gets dropped on you, you're like, oh, actually everything makes sense now. The car magic, it all makes sense. Everything makes sense.
Good thing this building was shaped like that.
And we had just the right distance between wheels and suspension and all that. It was excellent. Excellent. It couldn't have gone better if it was planned.
I want to see what the architect's blueprints were like for that, like, and how that got approved. Like, trust me, guys, one day, the shape of this building will make sense. You may not understand it now, but trust me, in like 20 years or whatever.
Alley oop. Oh my gosh, I just
Oh no,
realized
the
that
ramp!
that poor
No!
alien is in an open cockpit. So like he could get jostled out of that thing. Oh, nice catch, dude.
Right onto the dump truck. Car
Man,
Ranger is a treat.
yeah, Car Ranger was so much fun. Like I went into that being like, oh, this is gonna be really dumb. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's trying to be funny. And then I was like immediately laughing my ass off because it's hilarious. It's genuinely funny. And it's like, it just works. The whole thing is like, yeah, we're going to be silly and irreverent. How do we have giant cars now? Car magic. Duh. And they're like, oh, okay.
I heard a needle right in its butt. Uh,
It's childish, but it's like heart and soul childish. I don't know.
mm-hmm.
It just works. Okay, I'm sorry. What's your water pressure rate in order to stop that from rolling all over you? That's very impressive. You could cut somebody with that thing. That's how high the water pressure is. That's like Metal Gear Ray.
Why did that
Boom!
water tower explode?
Because it is an oil tower.
That seems very unsafe.
Okay, so how many Godzilla movies have you watched? Would you ever build an oil refinery on the coast if you
Ah.
knew that there were colossal, like 50-meter plus atomic breath breathing monsters that could ever occur? Why would you ever build? Like, if that was even a 1% chance, would you be like, yeah, let's just have it right by the coast? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Insurance will cover it. No, insurance will not cover
You
that.
bring up fair points, Frag. You bring up fair points.
But they do it
Oh.
anyway. And, they'll be dumping Fukushima nuke water if they haven't started already. So that'll be great.
Because they did the fight and they didn't do the actual like combination, which I'm a little upset about. I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, but the fight was sick.
It was sick, so
Like,
I'll
how can you
allow it.
not like that? It's like, oh, we don't even need our giant robots to deal with this problem. We have giant vehicles, and they're useful.
So here you go. It should be. They should be transforming now.
Nope. I've lost the stream.
I'm so sorry.
In Soviet Russia,
That was my own fault.
you.
Okay, there we go. Good old stack. Of course, we need to stack it.
Man, Ron Rasserman and this music, bro.
That combination always seemed weird to me, where they just squat down and then boop, we're legs.
Yeah.
And
I
his
also
head
like-
is like a pea on a mountain of mashed potatoes.
There you go.
And then he gets a bigger head to
Yeah, he
cover
gets
the
a-
smaller head.
Yeah, he gets a bigger head.
I like the gimmick of the little head, of the big head covering the smaller.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like that transformation. It's not until like some of the really weird ones we've gotten in like the last 5-10 years that I haven't liked a Sentai transformation. There haven't been many bad ones
Yeah.
over the years. Most of them have been pretty good. It's like Q Ranger. Honestly, it's mostly Q Ranger. Yeah. And then-
I'm not
and
gonna
then,
lie. I'm not a fan of those
Zenkaiger
mecha.
is really Zenkaiger is
Like, I love Q Ranger, but the mecha don't throw me. I'm sorry. I get what they want to do, but it was the fact that the gimmick became the cockpit, so it was a lot of you didn't get to see a lot of cool fight animation with it. It was kind of just blocky, swing your arm, and here you go. Hope it works.
Yeah, because they kept the Zord simple, and by that I mean they're too simple. Like it's just there's no transformation in them. It's just plug everything onto the red and let's see what we get.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, there you go. Our Gat tie of the day. And you got a bonus first battle. I may do that more often. Whenever I bring a guest, I may ask them for their favorite Gat tie as well. We'll see how that goes in the future.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, we're having fun today.
We are.
I did not order food like I was supposed to, so that may get me in trouble.
Oh no.
Your boy hungry. Okay. I'm glad we started
Cat,
early.
you have food? Cat,
No.
give your food. Give your food to the humans.
Yeah, give me food.
no.
Oh.
No, I don't think that'll be happening.
Oh. My cat fed me one time.
What?
Yeah.
What did your cat feed you?
My
That's almost weirder.
my cat brought me their food while I was asleep, and I was like,
Aww.
it was when it was a kitten, and it enjoyed my company way too much, like it does now. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Okay. Don't appear like that out of nowhere.
Heard you was talking shit.
Yeah, golly. Yeah, we had a fun time today. So we're gonna jump straight into superhero time. What did we have left?
Oh, for superhero time?
Yeah.
We got
'Cause Decker
two
we're
for
covering-
Don Bros.
Okay, yeah, Decker's next
Yeah.
week.
Decker will be
Oh,
next
yeah,
week.
yeah. How many
Two
episodes do we
Don
have to
Bros,
cover?
only one Geeks.
We're not gonna cover that many. I'm gonna be real with you. We're gonna cover the last two
Right,
episodes.
I mean, next week, how many do we have to cover for Decker? Because didn't
Um,
we skip it last week?
we skipped
the
a
week
lot
before?
for Decker.
I basically considered everything.
We're
Like, it's at
20
least 4 episodes.
Yeah, I was just planning on speeding through like all of just because it like not a lot really happens, right? It's just
I mean, there's plot. I mean, I haven't gotten through the last 2 episodes, but
Yeah,
I was
I-
mainly worried
basically
about
just
the
the
last
final
two
arc-
episodes.
it's plot that pretty much leads right into itself, and it's not a ton. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like for Decker. Yeah, we'll just
it's
cover
like,
that next week.
Here
Yeah.
comes it's like here comes a Gams, and then they track down a Gams at that secret base. Some fight. Gans loses his memories and get that whole thing, and then it's
And
the
that
last two
lasts all of
episodes.
about 10 minutes.
Yes.
So yeah.
And then they're back, and he's
So-
still salty.
So
And then, all right. As for what we have 2 of Geats, and then, or no, 1 of Geats, because Geats is 18, 19 are a 2-parter,
okay.
but 17 is standalone.
Did we
and
cover
then-
17?
No.
Okay, so we can cover 17.
And then 2 of Don Bros, which Don Bros is also leading into this final arc. I'm not sure I'm not sure like how long that. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
The 2, 43, 44 are definitely not final arc. 45 might be though. It depends on how 45 and 46 interact.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep an eye on my time here. All right, let's see how quick we get through the Geats one, and we'll go from there.
All right, Geats episode 17. So this is the start of this new season of the Desire Grand Prix, and we actually get like the intro for the show inside the show. It's pretty neat. And we get title cards for we see the title cards for Geats, Nago, for our 2 new entries in this, Naji Sparrow, who is our intellect quiz guy. I like him. And then we also get a title card for Lopo, who is the bronze, essentially. She's physical. So there's also a title card for Tycoon, but because Tycoon gets no respect, we don't show it. We just hear it going on in the background while everyone else is busy talking amongst themselves about like the new entrants, who turns out are finalists from previous Grand Prix. And again, then Surumi is like, all right, so the 5 of you are going to be fighting for the title of Desire Grand Prix. And just like, and Nago's like, wait, 5 of us? And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Kay was just off in the corner, just standing there looking lost. It's like, hi guys, I'm here too. And then Surumi just immediately interrupts and is just like, all right, time for the first game. Oh, Keiwa gets no respect. No respect in this episode. At all. All right, so our first game is going to be the Academy game. AKA, beat up the bunch of Jamato delinquents. So the Jamato in this episode are all dressed up like classic stereotypical like high school delinquents with like pompadours and afros in the school uniforms. It's pretty great.
Dialects, or do they not talk?
Well, they talk in Jamato speak, so I'm not sure what a
Oh,
Jamato
so
Kansai dialect is.
definitely a Kansai Jamato dialect. I think we can be quite certain.
Yes.
How many
We get
seasons
to
of the Grand Prix have we done so far? Is this the 3rd or the 4th?
we've seen. This will be the start of the. Okay, so we had the ending of 1 in episode 1.
Mhm. Right.
Then we got through 2 in the second arc. Does that seem? Yeah, we got through 2 in the second arc because the first one ended after the kick the can cactus one, and then the second one ended just after just now in episode 16. So this would be the 4th one we're seeing anything of. So we sat through 3, but we technically seen 4, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. And there have
Okay.
been, we don't even know how many up until this point.
That is correct.
Right.
At least 5, but it could be well more than that. Anyway. So we started the Academy game, and everyone is just getting in each other's way. There is no teamwork or coordination at all. Which I'm sad because they worked so well together last time. Oh well. But I beat up the delinquents a little bit. We cut back to the lounge, and Sumuri reveals the big twist of the season. Turns out everyone has to live inside the Desire Grand Prix lounge area. Just you're all living here now. This is a reality show.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
And the game master, the new game master comes out. He's like wearing this black cloak and he has his mask and he's just like, yes, this is all part of my grand design. Everyone's like, oh, great. We got another super scary, serious game master. And then he just stands there for a second and then he rips off the cloak and the mask and he's like in this like 70s style suit with like spectacles and he's like, hey, let's go. My name's Shirami. How you doing, guys? This is gonna be a great season. I just know it. Aren't you all excited? He's one of those characters. And he talks directly to the audience through a hidden camera. So not very hidden, but he also reveals that the big twist is that one of the 5 contestants has been assigned the role of disaster. Basically, if the disaster is still in the game in the final round, then they automatically win. So, got to figure out who the traitor is. Disaster is also supposed to be like actively sabotaging everybody else. So, how they exactly decide this, I don't know, but yeah, someone here is an imposter. I wonder what other famous video games they are riffing off this season. All right. Anyway, we cut back to Buffa. Turns out the rumors of Buffa's death have been greatly exaggerated. He's just chilling at the greenhouse now. And he finally wakes up and he's just like, man, I thought I died. And he talks to, and then you see Greenhouse Guy. He's just like, I see the zombie is finally back to like. I gotta say, you're the first one like that. And Buffa's like, are you the mastermind behind the Jamatos? What are you doing all this for? And he's just like, Gardner is just like, well, Gardner just kind of like pushes him off, just brushes him off like, you look like a nice, healthy addition to our ranks. Yes. You want to destroy the riders, right? That's what I want to do too. Welcome to the team. We got her to Kawa calling up his sister like, hey sis, look, I'm not gonna be home. I'm at a his sister is like, oh, did you get a girlfriend? And Sumuri's standing right next to Kawa and just like, no, don't say that. No, I'm just out of friends. It's all good. And we see how the lounge has been divided up. The girls have basically partitioned the room in half. So the girls are taking up half the lounge and the guys have the other half. Kawa still gets no respect because he accidentally sits on a couch on the girls' side without knowing it and gets flipped over.
Poor Kayla.
Kawa gets no respect. And our new guy, Neji Sparrow, doesn't want to hang out with Kawa either, so Kawa just like, Ace, can I please stay with you? But turns out Ace is gone. Ace is who knows where. He's meeting with one of the sponsors. But before we get to that, Neji Sparrow says he's already figured out who the disaster is. His suspicion is currently on Ace. For actually a pretty smart reason. Gates knew it was a show the whole time, you see. Why do you think his catchphrase is, this is the highlight? Huh? Why do you think he keeps saying that? Because he knew. He knew it was a show all along. That's why he knew what the highlight would be. So we cut over to Ace. He's talking with a dude named Gene, who is real creepy. And he's a big fan of Ace. And wants to know all about him. It's like, turned out Gene was the one who sent the Geets buckle to, not to Geets buckle, the jet buckle to Geets to help him out. He's a real creepy dude. I gotta say it. And it seems like this Gene guy knows basically what like Ace is searching for, like his mom and all that stuff. Gene already knows all that without having to be told. He's been spying. He's been doing dirt. I don't trust this man. Anyway, we cut back over to the other four. They're just playing a nice old game of cards. And Joker and not Ace still gets Keiwa still gets no respect because he keeps drawing the Joker. They're like playing old maid or something. Sucks to be Keiwa. And they all start talking about like Keiwa has the idea, oh, maybe our wishes will help us determine who the disaster is. Neji Sparrow has already figured out Keiwa and Neon's wishes, just because he's a genius like that and was actually paying attention to what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
Saya, on the other hand, just reveals hers. She wants her physical prowess to stay, or physical prowess that doesn't, what does it exactly say? That doesn't deteriorate with age. There we go.
Ooh.
And what does Neji Sparrow want? He basically wants to be Philip. He wants all the memories of the world. He wants all the knowledge.
Bro wants to be broken.
He wants to be Philip.
Bro, yo, Spectre, we just had you. Go home.
Spectre really wants to fight today.
Yeah, because so Cannon don't have to. Yeah, my boy Drive.
What else?
Not another drive. Not double drive. Wait a minute.
Oh, Ace comes back in, and he actually has a new wish now. He doesn't just want to be on the staff now. Now he wants to be a game master in the DGP.
Wait.
So
Kayla, what?
no, Ace. Ace
I'm
wants
about
to
to
be.
say Ace. Look.
Kaywa's wish is still revive everybody who died. That's still Kaywa's wish. Neon's wish is still finding true love. Ace now doesn't just want to be staff, he wants to be a game master. So
Nice.
I do like this one line Ace has. Ace is like, a fox, tanuki, a cat, and a wolf. All fitting creatures to be the disaster. But perhaps it could be the harmless sparrow. Interesting. We cut over to our producer a little bit, who is hanging out at the Don Bros regular Odin shop. I don't know how he got there, but he's just chilling, and he's So apparently, it's theoretically impossible that Mitsume was Ace's mom. We don't. Basically, he implies that the navigators aren't human or something like that. Don't exactly know what's up with that. And he just kind of implies if what he's saying is actually true, then it shakes the very principles of this world as we know it. Oh god, these noodles are hot. Hot, 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 hot. Anyway, we finally get to the next round of the academy fight. They find the school, and the school where all the delinquents are hanging out, and their goal is to find the principal. They got to beat the principal of the school. So they run all throughout the building, and there isn't a principal's office anywhere. But they do find in this school filled with delinquents, like every Jamato student here is a delinquent. They find one who is actually studying. Neji Sparrow just kind of looks at him for a second and is just like, Geets, go and attack that guy who's studying. What? Okay. So they beat him up, and it's like, secret mission, clear. Defeat the one non-delinquent Jamato who was just sitting in a corner minding his own business. And Neon's just like, I kind of feel bad. he was just sitting there. Anyway, cleared the secret mission, and Geets gets his new buckle, Power Builder, aka the one Seeker used in the Battle Royale movie. So that's pretty cool. I dig this form. I dig construction forms. We don't get a lot of construction forms. We need to get more. Anyway, Geets has a brilliant idea. Well, if there is no principal's office right now, then I guess we'll just have to make one. So they literally just add a wall in this classroom, and they just make a principal's office using the build buckle. Sweet. And then the principal just comes into the office and just chills out, just like, yep, This is my office. It's always been here. Yup. And then immediately gets jumped and thrown out the window. Oh, these Yamato are not having a good day. Anyway, the rest of the delinquent students try to protect their principal because I guess they like him anyway. But then Geets and everyone else proceeds to wreck the absolute shit out of them, including using a giant version of the sword to slam down on this one mook, this one Jamato mook who is the principal. Just massive, like Megazord sized sword coming down. It's great. And with that, the game is over and we get the results. No one is eliminated, but we do see everybody's approval ratings, aka the respectometer, as I will be calling it. Neji Sparrow has 40% approval. Lobo has 30%. Geets has 20%. Nago has 9%. And Tycoon has 1%.
Hey,
Tycoon
yo!
continues to get no respect.
Did my boy
Tycoon.
Was this whole thing designed to make Tycoon suffer?
All right, here we go.
I think
Yes.
so.
Is that Silver?
Yes, sir.
Silver, you
Hey,
late.
Silver. We're talking episode 17 of Geets.
Gotcha.
I'm only saying
And
you're late because I had to get feelings off my chest. I needed you there to back me up as a black man.
I was out doing stuff.
I understand you was living your best life. I'm just saying.
Oh, you here now? Oh, also, one thing I forgot to mention is after Geets takes out the monster, the boost buckle flies away again, like it usually does.
As always.
And of course, it runs right into Keiwa's face.
I think
Because of course it
loves Keiwa. It really do.
It said ninja boost, baby.
But yeah, Keiwa gets no respect in this episode. He is currently at 1% respect. I feel bad.
Was that both episodes?
Last scene. No, this is only one episode. I scrammed for it really fast. Last scene is just we cut back over to Buffa in the greenhouse, and he sees a Jumato ripening, apparently, and he's just standing there watching it for a bit, and it turns into Kyoryu Blue, son of a bitch, aka Kamen Rider Shiro or whatever he was called from episode 1. Who died in episode 1. He's back now, but as a Jamato.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Kamen Rider reality TV is actually kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no, I'm liking what they're doing with this. Oh, one more thing I should mention here. I've talked to just a little bit with Silver. Who is the disaster? I think I know, and I will reveal my theory now. It's Kamen Rider Lopo, aka Sae. Why do I say this? When they first henshin, the first time they henshin, Sae calls Neon Ojo-sama, which is like princess or milady. It's the same thing that Ben and John call Neon, the bodyguards. Why would Sae call her that?
What if it was Neon?
That was my other theory. If it's not Sae directly, then it's Sae is working with Neon because Neon is the actual disaster. I consider this possibility. I think it's more likely that it's Sae just right now, because I don't know if they would turn Neon evil, but I could be very wrong. Who knows?
What if she's not evil? It's just circumstances that lead her to screwing shit up.
That's very possible. Like, it's 100% you could be right, and I could be wrong, and it could just be a red herring.
No, I'm just throwing out theories. I don't know.
I'm just saying the way that scene was shot definitely looks like it's a flashback to the scene later when the actual reveal happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, that's the scene we cut back to when the actual answer is finally revealed. So that's my theory, and that is episode 17 of Geets. The moral of this episode is Keiwa needs some respect. Someone appreciate Keiwa. I like him. All right. So we got time, or what are you feeling? Where are you feeling, Echo? Echo has dropped from the face of the earth.
No. No.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for Echo to come back, what do you think? What do you think, Silver? I know you've
About
watched
about
about
the
just
episode.
episode 17.
I am
17.
here.
About the new. Oh,
I like
never
how
mind.
you
He's back.
asked, then he comes back.
I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. I still need
I
to get
understand that.
I need to get food. Uh I appreciate, you know, we're gonna focus on the one episode because I'm gonna let Silver get through what he gotta get to, and I gotta get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh.
I'm
And
so
well, next week is gonna be all Decker. So
yeah. And then Decker will be gone until the next Ultra show, where Blaze gets yelled at by Jukebox the whole series
I
because
will yell at him every single
every
episode.
single episode.
That's messed up.
I can't. Because Don Bros is fun. Like Don Bros has plot now, which
Yeah.
we're addressing plot now in 43 and 44. So if,
I'm so sorry that I've started like things are coming up. I'm so sorry,
no,
friends.
if you're sure about holding it off, we can hold it off. So
Okay, because I'm 100% sure I want to let Silver do his thing real quick.
oh, you want to have Silver do an ultra
Yeah, he got to
lesson?
do
I
his
see.
thing
Okay.
real quick, and then we're good because I need food and I gotta like finish doing what I gotta do. I know Frag's getting ready to pass the fuck out.
Yeah. No,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
good. I think we'll probably be fine once.
Decker's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we have more time to focus on everything else until Decker, not Decker, the next Ultra
hmm
series
And
starts.
even then, I'm not sure. We might only have 2 more episodes left to cover of Don Bros before final arc. It
Yeah,
might just be the 1-2 that we have. I'm not sure what 45, 46, 47 are all going to do. So if it's just
understandable.
going to be like one straight story to the end at this point, who knows?
Right. All right. Well, Silver, Ultra lesson of the week. What you got, my boy? Then I will make it up to you next week with a Gatai and a Henshin sequence of your choice.
Silver, and he's gone.
So, why?
Says he's still here, but I don't know. He's not saying anything.
It's probably
So,
probably something with this sound. Frag, what you typing there?
we were just
Ultra?
hearing him though. So
Doing research.
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 Oh, is he gonna? What happened?
Probably a sound issue. He's probably gonna come back in.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case,
Well, if he doesn't show up within like 5 minutes, I'll let you finish.
I can probably get through one real, at least one of the episodes real quick. Or what's he got?
Uh, if he doesn't show up, I'll let you do an episode. Let's send him a message real quick, Silva.
That DVD has been out for like months, and only people are now noticing that, or question mark? With the
What?
Tokusatsu, with the thing you posted, like
Oh, that's the one for the Kuga DVD on the left. And
yeah.
the Tokushoutsu is the one on the right. The one on the right is fine.
Oh,
The one on the left is not fine. And
yes.
that's what's going to be on the DVDs for Kuga.
Which-
Oh, okay. He's coming back. He had connection problems.
Not the Tokusatsu DVDs, or which DVDs? Like
Shout
for
Factory, I
Blu-rays?
guess.
Shout
Shout
Blu-ray
Factory.
DVD.
Yeah.
Tokusatsu.
So somebody screwed up in the DVD encodes, basically. I don't know why people are just getting to it now. It's because the
Oh,
actual
okay. No,
Western
I see
fan
what
base is
I see what it's
non-existent.
saying now. I see what it's saying now. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
somebody
it's
borked the
Tokushi. It
DVD.
was right originally, and then someone screwed it up.
Yeah.
Someone screwed it up when they made the DVDs, and
Yeah.
they didn't catch it there. Okay. And then no one else in the fandom noticed it until just now.
Right, because there's none of us. There's like nobody, and I think a lot of us were getting it just to get it. Like me.
Fair.
Like I'm gonna watch my digital version
I'll
tonight.
admit I have it. I have not like I put in like first disc and watched like a couple episodes, but I have not finished the series on the Blu-ray. So, but that seems weird. All right.
It's possible. I've seen some strange shit, and that's like for like official releases, so that is not outside of the realm of stuff I've seen, but that one's fairly bad because it like the formatting is all kinds of screwed up and it looks really fugly. But Shout Factory are not exactly a high budget institution.
Mike,
This is true.
check 1, 2.
Hey Silver, how's it going?
Silver is
Okay.
audible.
Okay, because I'm making sure, because it was lagging for me all over the place. You know, like it was distorted, so I didn't know what was going on.
We could hear you fine the whole time. So
Okay, I couldn't hear you guys worth nothing, and I was afraid of even doing Henshin Academy that Echo wanted me to do because I'm like, I don't think I can do this right now. I was scared, so I just gave it a minute.
all right. Well, if you're ready to go now, feel free to go ahead now.
I gotta prep for these things, man. I really do.
Tell me about it. I wing it.
That's how I,
I,
feel.
I go in like every week. I'm like, yeah, I've got a plan. I'm gonna find something ahead of time. It's gonna be great. People are gonna be like, wow, look how suave and debonair this dude is. He knows things. And then I'm like, ah, shoot. Let me look through the stuff I have downloaded on one of my hard drives. I don't even know if I've watched that. Let me look it up on Wikipedia.
All right. So
So
Silver,
it's
Yes, sir.
I
just
feel bad.
pick an ultra. Say how. Give a basic premise of the show, and then we good. That's all you really gotta do.
Okay, fine. I'll go with another one of my personal favorite ultras. Let's go Taiga. Let's talk Taiga for a little bit.
All right.
All right, never new gen. All right, Taiga.
I'm gonna
All right.
show off who Ultraman Tiger is. Give a basic premise and why Trey Gear wants to screw his dad.
Listen, have you looked at Taro? He is hot.
Oh.
You know, when he lights himself on fire. Come on. It's a joke. It's good. I'm sorry, I'll let Silver. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you are fine. It was funny.
I appreciate you, Frag.
And there you go, people.
Maybe I
Tri-Squad.
shouldn't.
Tri-Squad. There you go.
He's
Let
against
me-
your better judgment.
Oh yeah, let me open up my Twitch too as I'm talking about this.
This one is Ultraman Tiger right here. The blue one is Ultraman Fuma, and this beefy motherfucker over here,
My man.
Ultraman
man,
Titus.
the myth, the legend.
He a
Who
big
has it?
beefy boy.
Now Echo, would you be surprised if Titus was my main ultra to transform into? Would you
No.
be surprised with that?
Nope. Titus is
Okay.
great.
Now, so just to get into Taiga, so Taiga is the son of Ultraman Taro, which is another one of my favorite ultras because Taro is badass, and he is also the first. I think I think he counts unless you want to count Fuma and Titus as well with Taiga as the first Reiwa ultras as well. You know,
I would
if
just start
not-
with Trigger, to be honest.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, year-wise, it's like Black and Black RX, where they're kind of like right on the cusp of the changeover.
Yeah.
When did Taiga air?
So it's like
Taiga
4 years ago.
let me see.
Tiger aired around Geo's time.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Yes,
That's a
but
Reiwa
like
series.
Here, let me see.
It was definitely like
Ultra,
4 years ago.
Ultraman Tiger came out in July 6, 2019. That was almost 01.
I think that's right after the Reiwa shift.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I think
Exact.
I think he counts as Reiwa. I mean that's what I think.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I would have just.
Reiwa began on May 1st, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So Taiga is by like a couple of months the first Reiwa Ultra series.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fair.
I was
Okay.
mainly counting them as like Heisei because of like the new gen crossover. I'm like, oh, okay, we
Mm-hmm.
do the shift then.
Yeah, and Geo also, but Geo started in Heisei. Geo started in Heisei and carried over into Reiwa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All
So,
right.
but all from Taiga was all Reiwa
Well, fair enough.
Yep.
theoretically.
Yep. So basically, from what you can see, I had to pull up the toy so I can see your side, Echo. You know, like the pictures. So basically, from what you can see about Taiga, he definitely carries some of the same characteristics from his father, like the horns on his head, the little chest plate is a little bit similar, but he has his own unique style to it. But the main thing about Taiga in his
What
story,
parts come from Taiga's mom? Oh wait,
we don't
he
talk about
doesn't.
we don't talk about her. We don't talk about her. Okay.
We don't talk about the
So,
mama.
cool thing about being a alien space god, you can reproduce asexually, and it's totally all right.
Yep. I mean, even though
That an
Taro,
actual thing? Question mark.
even though,
I mean,
For a
there's ultras where there is not a couple involved in their creation. We do not see them splitting in half and showing a giant sun baby being born, but we do see.
Belial.
look,
Gee.
listen.
Do we
Look,
see him get born?
stop roasting my son. Okay. Second,
Belial is your son? What?
Jeed. He was coughing and saying Jeed.
I said Belial, and then G.
Yeah, that's all I
Oh,
was
yes,
referring
that's
to.
true. But he's kind of a weird outlier, though. Never
Yeah.
mind. Continue.
Anyway, so these are our three for Tri Squad. All right.
Yes. Now all three of them met from like at like separate events throughout time. It was kind of like revealed later on, but when the series first started, they were already joined as a group as the Tri Squad, and this takes place literally after the New Generation Ultra fight, New Generation battle,
Yep.
because the new
Trigger.
gens were yep. The new gens was going against Tragear, and then that's the Tri Squad came to assist them, and then I believe that he got away, like he ended up beating the majority of them, and then the new gen ultras, I think they were running out of time because they didn't have enough power to or have enough time to chase after Tragear. So instead, they gave a portion of their power to the Tri Squad, which also benefited them a little bit later down the line because ended up to where the new gens ended up having to use the rest of their transformation power to seal a big ass kaiju for like a big ass ultra event for all of them. And Taiga, well not Taiga, but the host for Taiga, which is Hiroyuki, that Taiga ends up encountering, he was able to give them their transformation power back. So that was another cool thing I thought was neat about the series. But the majority of Taiga, it was mostly him, not only the standard fighting kaiju's type of thing, almost every episode, but he was mostly fighting with Tragear. And for those who has not heard of Tragear or don't know, Ultraman Tragear was once a good Ultra like Belial, but he ended up experiencing a very dark time where he just kind of like stopped believing in the powers of like good and then like the dark side because he doesn't believe that there's just a dark like he doesn't believe in like a dark side or a good side. He believes in like that one gray area basically.
He got
Like
his
to
heart
him
broken.
that too. Yeah, so eventually he turned evil and he ended up gaining these dark powers, which is why he has like a different look from how he first started off. So it was an interesting concept. It was an interesting concept. So but the Tri Squad had a difficult time going up against Tragear. Like no matter which one Tragear went up against, he still held his own. Whether if it was Taiga, Fuma, or Titus, like he literally had no problem. Hold on.
Oh, and he's gone.
Uh,
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. My brother called.
And he's back.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's all good, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna do what you gotta do, my boy.
Yep. So the main transformation device for Taiga and all the other two ultras is the black wrist brace on their basically on their wrist, and that is called the Taiga Spark. The Taiga Spark was once invented by Ultraman Tregear. He eventually, I believe, invented it for Taro, but when because I think the device was created before Taiga was even born. But around it, but I can't explain it into so super detail, but obviously we can assume that Taro gifted Taiga this brace when he got probably when he became of age. Okay, I think there was I think there was like an episode 0 that showed it. Might be wrong. I could be wrong there. But basically it was a
It's
long.
definitely background lore that covers it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's out there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like it's kind of brief a little for me a little bit, and I'm trying the best of my ability to explain this. But going down the line, Taiga and the Tri Squad has underwent a lot of trials and errors. Going against all these enemies. There's even a point where Tregear ended up. I think it was Tregear who did it, who ended up making a copy of Belial. It might have been him or somebody else, because it wasn't Belial exactly, but it was somebody. But it was a copy that replicated him, which even brought Zero to show up, and he even gifted a portion of his power, which it was more so a skill, because the way how Taiga and everybody else worked, like Titus and Fuma, they instead of them like using like or combining their powers or whatever with previous ultras, they just use their attacks. That's literally what they do. That's mostly what they do whenever they use like the power of Ginga, Nexus, whoever. They just form it into attack and destroy their enemies. And then there was at one point where Taiga gained a super form, which is another one of my personal favorites, which is basically an energy from the earth, and he gets like this clean gold armor around him, which is called Photon Earth, and he even used that to clash against Tregear at one point. So I hope I'm not missing any marks, and I hope I'm going over this as quickly as possible. And the
I
most
can't fact check you.
okay,
I don't know anything, so I don't know. I
that's
think you're right. I don't know.
that's fair, because I know I only got so much time, so I'm trying to go through this brief as possible. But basically, there was even a point where Taiga almost fell into darkness. When because Traeger also Traeger and Belial, they, when it comes down to like both the series of Jeed and Taiga, this is the one thing that really reminded me of it, because Taiga basically tried to not Taiga Traeger tried to bring Taiga to the dark side, just like how Belial tried to bring Jeed into the dark side. But obviously, they got snapped out of it, by the
Yes,
help of their
sir.
friends. They get helped out of it by the help of their friends, and then by the power of their bonds between Taiga and his
Don't even
tribe.
see that.
Go ahead.
That was behind the scenes stuff. They ain't need to see that.
Nope.
I accidentally clicked something. Anyway,
Yep, that is Photon Earth, which is a clean form. I love that form. I
all
really do.
right.
But eventually, after Taiga broke free of the dark spell that Traeger tried to put him a hold on, it reminds them of Hiroyuki in the Tri Squad being reunited and how they appreciate their bond. And with this bond, they were able to culminate a new form, which is called the Taiga Tristrium. This form is a fusion of all three of the Tri Squads, but Taiga is the main host. He is mostly in control of it. If you're whenever if you want to show that one too, Echo.
I think we're
Now
fine.
this okay. Now this form, color wise, I think it represents the uniform, like the color scheme of it. I mean, it represents the uniform that one of the soldiers was wearing back in the original Taro series, I believe. I think that's where they got the color scheme from. I think that's like a little Easter egg that they planned. But with this form, this fusion form, Taiga is able to tap into not only the powers that he has, but every other power that Fuma and Titus can do as well. So this is literally all their powers combined in one big ass form. And then on top of it, they were able to harness a new technique, which is called Tri-Stream Rainbow, I believe, which I think is pretty neat. And then it did eventually fall down to where they had to fight Traeger for like one last bout, and they got him. It was a big ass finale. You know, I'm trying to remember what was said between the two before before they fight. But Taiga did attempt to redeem Traeger at one point. But
Yeah, what about this one?
yeah, because Taiga, I remember he said to him, he was like, "The light is warm. It would have been impossible to beat you with my own power, but it was a power between me and with me and my friends. The power that we both had, that we both have in us, the light of Ultraman. No matter how many times you deny, you are an Ultraman Traeger. And we are something that exists to protect the land of light.
Gotcha.
You know,
All
and
right.
he told Traeger that like you are a guardian of the light. You can become that again. But Traeger's like, how many times do I have to tell you? This world has neither light nor darkness. At that point, Traeger was like, screw that nonsense that you're telling me. I'm still going to be evil, no matter what you say, or carry out my ideals, no matter what
I
you say.
mean, to be fair to Traeger, the light is usually overrated. So
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Oh. All right.
But basically, basically, all of them combine their powers into one final attack, destroy Traeger, and Traeger does one last mechanical laughter as he is defeated. Which kind of, and then after that, it brings us to the Taiga movie. But I can only say so much on that one.
Yeah. We'll deal with that.
So that's probably a story for another.
We'll deal with that at another time. All right. That's all I got. I gotta get food. Later. Not really.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
All right, what?
Yo, I guess we're done.
Are we ending?
We're
What?
getting ready to end. We're getting ready to end. Yeah.
I'm getting ready to end, but that was very abrupt.
That was an
That was
abrupt
like-
ending, but
I
no,
think it was.
that was a very abrupt
I think
ending.
it was.
But no, I
I
just
just heard Echo like.
yeah. I wanted to let Silver get his thing finished. All right.
I mean,
So
I
now,
get
that. I
that.
wasn't.
All right.
all right. So y'all already
Ah.
know what's gonna happen. Appreciate y'all for coming through today. It is Decker.
Woo-hoo.
It is Decker next week. We're gonna
Yes,
talk
next week is
all
Decker
Decker.
retrospective. So
I let it marinate this week. Let it marinate. Get what you gotta get done.
yep.
We are going to talk Decker. Tune in tomorrow for Frag's stream. What you playing for Mecha Monday, Bucko?
I haven't decided yet. It'll be
Mhm.
goodish, probably. I hope.
Hopefully. All right.
And Echo, I'm gonna talk to you something a little bit later. Probably after the podcast or something. I don't know. Unless, I mean, I don't mind saying it on here. It's a Power Ranger related thing.
Oh, you talking about what happened on the Twitter? I
Not that.
uh
Not that. I don't even know what happened on Twitter. I don't. I
oh,
don't.
okay.
I don't check.
Well, don't worry. I covered all of that as best as I could and tried to be as respectful as possible.
Okay, you might have to fill me in then, because I'm
Ah,
curious now.
eventually,
We watch the podcast when the VOD goes up.
it'll be up Tuesday.
That's fair.
All right. Appreciate all y'all for stopping in. Jukebox, thank you, sir, for doing what you do
Yo.
best. Old man Frank, thank you, sir. Will he be back next week? I hope so. I don't know. He may hate us. And
Why would I? Why?
I don't know. You're old. Things change.
Oh wow.
Naturally grumpy.
Oh, joke. Oh, that's my last old joke for a
Frag,
while.
Frag,
And
you are
For today.
for the day.
Frag, ignore him. You are a healthy young man, sir.
Yeah,
Ignore what
a
Echo.
healthy young 72.
Yeah.
Shut up, Echo.
I'm kidding. Craig knows I'm kidding. I'm kidding, sir. See, now he really not gonna come back. I hate it here.
Just
Dude, it's
digging
the
that
Decker
grave.
discussion. I'll be there.
Just digging that grave.
Yeah, mine, because Frag gonna grab a shovel.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna just be sitting here like I told Echo, man. Like,
Oh, I'm pretty sure Frag's gonna need it first.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, yeah, he definitely not coming back. I'm sorry.
Wow.
We needed somebody to roast. Blaze wasn't
That-
here. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Blaze usually catches our
Oh.
jokes. Frank gets it this time. Hey, we went easy on you, man. It could have been
Yeah,
a
you
lot
did.
worse. Could have been a lot worse. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next discussion.
Mm.
Peace. Let me hit that intro
Yep.
real quick.
Later.